Yeah. Let them see how I move. Yeah, 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 yeah. Step back clean, fresh on my feet. Only thing new on the one down street. Eyes locked in, I can feel that step. Like they counting what I got right there. Ain't just shoes, it's a statement made. Came from nothing, now I'm stepping paid. Even when it ain't much at all, I walk like I never been small. Yeah. Let them see how I move, how I stand. I ain't folding, I ain't changing who I am. From the block to the world, I'ma grow. If they watching me, then let them know, let them see, let them see. I ain't what they thought I'd be. Yeah, every step, every breath, I'm still standing, no regret. Corner boys trying to pull me in. Quick cash, you could really win. But I seen how that story go. Fair rise, then a fast fall low. I ain't trading my name for that. I'd rather grind and stay on track. Even when it take more time, I ain't losing what's mine. Yeah, let them see how I move, how I stand. I ain't folding, I ain't changing who I am. From the block to the world.
What?
If they watching me,
Yeah.
let them know
What we doing? Turn me up. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. What? I don't bend. I don't break.
Got a future at
What
stake.
we say? You gotta be able to get through that pressure, baby.
From the struggle to something
Pressure make
they
diamond.
don't know. Every step, every road.
Yeah.
I'm still
Autism,
carrying the load.
mental health month, baby. They get it. You know what it is, man. It's your boy Dwayne One-on-One. We let you know, baby. You better stop playing with us. Yeah, you know what the business is right now. Man. What is going on, man? I want to say, everybody wants money. Everybody wants money. Oh, you know what I'm talking about, man? Man, I want to say good evening to everybody right now. And welcome back to the Game Up Level Up Podcast. I'm your host, Dwayne One-on-One. And joining me tonight, she's running a little bit late. Ashley, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, I'm just saying. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, how was y'all with Memorial Day weekend? Man, it was so much going on. There was a lot going on for Memorial Day weekend. Also, you know, coming up to Memorial Day weekend, the weekend before that, we had the golf tournament with the Miracles and Dream Foundation. Shout out to the McGuire brother, Danny. Shout out to Marco. Shout out to everybody that helped make that possible. Shout out to all the sponsors from Raising Cane to man, a lot of liquor brands and stuff like that. Man, it was so much, man. If you're in Riverside, California or Los Angeles, California, man, I want you to know, man, I want y'all to tap in and tap out. Man, for next year, man, you gotta fuck with the Miracles and Dream Foundation, man. Like they all the money that people donate to them, they give back to the kids and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, you know what I'm saying? So, like I say, before we go ahead and get into the show right now, do y'all know what today is? Y'all put in the chat. Where y'all tuning in from today? Hold on. Let me get this thing locked and loaded. David Mims is in the building. You know what I'm saying? He don't have his camera up yet, but we're gonna be getting ready to bring him in a little bit. Shout out to David Mims. Oh, you already know what the business is, man. Oh, talk to me. I'll talk back. But real quick, we're gonna go ahead and let's see what we got right now. We got some questions right now, man. Man, how y'all doing out there, man? Man, it been cold out here in California. What about Shreveport? How the weather been in Shreveport out there? If you tuned in from Shreveport right now, let us know what the weather look like. You know what I'm saying? And while y'all tapping into the chat, I want to encourage y'all to make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe button, and share this stream with somebody that's trying to level up in life. Because today is episode 85, The Money Shift. prosperity, stewardship, and purpose. That's what we're gonna be talking about today. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we want to level y'all up, man. So at the end of the day, man, if you tuned into our last couple shows, you know, we had to get you there to this point. But if today's your first show, make sure you go back on YouTube and on Twitch and watch the other shows so you'll be able to understand what it is when it comes to the money shift. Sometimes you might not need to know what the other episodes are, but we do encourage you to watch some of the other episodes because, you know, we drop a lot of powerful information on the show. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, but man, we want to thank y'all for tuning in from Facebook, from YouTube to Twitch, from Twitch to Instagram. Man, we lock and loaded, baby. Oh, you know what I'm talking about? Talk to me. I talk back. And I also want to say, because tonight we not just talking about money. We talking about, man, we talking about purpose. We talking about stewardship. We talking about mindset. We talking about generational wealth. And we talking about breaking financial cycles. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, you know, sometimes God will give you a little bit of money, but sometimes y'all feel like it's not enough. Sometimes God may only give you $200-$300. You just gotta figure out how you're gonna work it. You know what I'm saying? So like that, but like anything, we just don't want y'all to go out there and be greedy and fuck up the bag for somebody else. You know, so sometimes a lot of y'all be fucking up the bag for other people because you're trying to be greedy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let that sink in. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, but we're gonna go ahead and get into the show. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, right here, where we at right now? Shout out to Nikhil in the building right now. Nikhil Williams, baby. What's going on, Nikhil, baby? Oh, well, good. But before we get ready to bring in Mr. David, Mims, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna stop by the community corner. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let y'all know what's going on in the community right now. You know what I'm saying? Before you can level up in life, you got to know what's going on in life. You know what I'm saying? So we got a couple news segments for y'all right now. So we're gonna go ahead and tap into it right quick. Hold on, where we at? Yeah, there we go. You know, I'm gonna pop a cold one for y'all today. Blue Ribbon. Have been bought to you by Blue Ribbon today. That's what we're drinking today. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but like I say, here we go. Where we at right now? All right. First off, before we get locked into it, for those y'all that don't know what today is a very special day. Today, we celebrating 250 America. America has been around since 1777. So it's been 250 years. It started in Washington County, Maryland. So like I say, for those y'all don't understand that today, this is the reason why we celebrate Independence Day, that y'all know as July 4th. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, shout out to if you're American on here, you tune in, you're American, happy 250 day. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Now, also, shout out to the Miracles and Dream. I had the pleasure to go out there and be on the media team for the Miracle Maker Golf Classic. Like I say, on our next show, first show in June coming up. I will have the highlight for y'all so y'all can get in where you fit in and stuff like that. So you know how we do it. You know what I'm saying? It was a great moment. Shout out to man, everybody that attended that event, man. It was a wonderful event, man. I just want y'all to know, man. And man, if you missed it, you missed the treat. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I say, get in where you fit in with that one. Also, shout out to my best friend, Marquita, Miss Marble Enterprise. Y'all know her from State Fair Classic. Y'all know her from the Good Time Road Festival in Shreveport, Louisiana. And speaking of Good Time Road Festival, next month, it would be June 19th, baby. Next month, it's the Juneteenth. So y'all, wherever you at, y'all make sure y'all celebrate Juneteenth. Y'all make sure y'all make noise. So because that is our holiday. No, we know, even though you Black American, we celebrate Juneteenth every day. But that's a special day where we celebrate, you know what I'm saying? So, and also, not to mention, like this month, it's also Mental Health Month. So, and next month would also be African American Mental Health Month. So shout out to the Forever 8 for all the 8 kids that lost their life in my hometown, Shreveport, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? My heart goes out to them again, and to their families and their moms and cousins and stuff like that. Man, like I say, man, I know it's not easy to be able to deal with what you're dealing with, but keep God first, and you can deal with anything that God put that try to shake you down. So like they say, at the end of the day, boom. And also coming up May 31st, shout out to my first cousin, Miss Hattie Wade, the Minister of Amusement. She's retiring. She did over 59 years of service at the Galilee Baptist Church under the direction of Craig B. Collier, senior pastor. RIP to the original pastor, the pastor that baptized me, that stayed on my butt to make sure I stay in line. Whatever happened to the pastor getting on y'all butt? You know what I'm saying? You remember back in the day, you go to church back in the day, you was a kid and you act up in church, the pastor got on your ass. And the pastor be like, what you doing? What you doing? Leave it, no. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, but Miss Wade is my cousin. I wish I can be there. Congratulations, Miss Wade. You will be missed on the music team. Like but I know sometimes you got to retire. We all got to retire. People, you hear that? People, you make your money and you retire. You don't keep making money. You can still make money while you sleep, but you shouldn't be working hard when you get a certain age. You know what I'm saying? And also, shout out to Future, man. Future is set to perform for the United States opening ceremony for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, which is gonna be watched by billions of people worldwide. So y'all make sure y'all get all y'all paraphernalia, get your jerseys and stuff, whatever. So I'm telling you right now, baby, them prices going up. I got my jersey, USA, USA, USA. I'm just saying, you know. Also give it up, man. Some news right here, man. Former FBI Director Robert Mueller, who investigated Russian and Trump campaign tie, had died. And I think he was kind of older, so they say I don't know what the difference is, but my heart goes out to his family. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we can't convict people. Well, we can convict people on what they did if they did things that bad. But you know what I'm saying? But we all gotta leave this world. But they want to make sure y'all leave your mark and get your game up, level up on. Also this Sunday, May 31st, 2026. Y'all make sure y'all stay in y'all if you haven't register now. It'll be from 3 p.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. Good friend of mine over there at Edutainment Upper Room. Like I say, they got a nice little art and portrait and tea going on. So like I say, it's gonna be a nice event. So get in where you fit in, people. But go to y'all, if you want to follow me this Sunday, you make sure you head over to the annual podcast summit in Los Angeles, baby. The ultimate, creator experience. Shout out to David Shanes and a good friend of mine, JK. You know what I'm talking about? And also, our special guest tonight, Mr. David Mims, will be live in attendance. We're gonna be bringing him in a couple of minutes. Like I say, man, this podcast summit, people, man, get in where you fit in, baby. You gotta lock in. You got to, man. I'm telling you right now, man, it's gonna be full of information, man. Like I say, man, you definitely want to lock in, man. You have not registered, go to eventbrite.com. Type in the podcast summit Los Angeles. Man, like I say, you can go in and RSVP for free. But if you want to experience it a little bit more and get a chance to meet some people and ask them questions and stuff like that, I want to encourage you to get that VIP package. The VIP package can have some good food and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Man, lock in, man. This Sunday's going down. And also, we can't forget, me and my co-host Ashley will be in the building from 12 to 4 at the end of your hotel for the podcast coming. Well, we're gonna be having our live podcast session. Miss JK invited us personally to come in and do a live podcast, and that for that episode right there, we're gonna be talking about the power of reinvention. So we don't want you to miss that one. So like they and like it say, I'm trying to see what it say on the fire. It'll be like motivation, live experience. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, man, we're gonna be talking about starting over, reinventing. We're gonna be talking about faith and discipline. We're gonna be talking about creative entrepreneurship. Man, we're gonna be talking about living in your purpose. So shout out to JK for putting this on along with the powerhouse media team. I can't pronounce the media team, David, but David Mims is behind the marketing for this luxury event. So like that, y'all make sure y'all get your tickets right now before the bill ain't gonna be big enough. So if you get caught on the outside, don't be like, oh, Dwayne, can you get me in? Or what David at? We ain't gonna be able to help you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm just saying. And David say hello, he from LA. Mr. LA, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I'm talking about. So y'all get in where you feel in, man. That's gonna be a good one. And also we got another thing we got going on is the Youth Expo. Make it happen, Captain. Find your way. Let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. Y'all make sure y'all stay in that barcode right there. Get in where you fit in. So if you're not gonna be able to, if you're young, if you can't make it to the podcast, make sure you go over to it's not too far from it, over there off of 1941 South Olive Street. So all the youth, you know what I'm saying, like that, go ahead and get connection, you know, for this nice event right there. Like that, it is Mental Health Month, so these some of the last event for May. So after that, we be one into June, and you already know what that means. BT will be on the way. Talk to me, I'll talk back. And for those of y'all too, like I say, we just celebrated. Can y'all hear me out there? Type in the private chat, David, if you can hear me. Cause I think my thing said talking about. All right, but happy Memorial Day once again, people. Like say from Shreveport to Riverside to Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? Like say we been putting the paint where it ain't, man. And like say like as you know, on Memorial Day we celebrated and we honored the brave who gave everything so we can live a free life. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, for those y'all don't know, black people started Memorial Day. If you want to know what I mean by that, go after this show. I need you to go over to our Twitch and watch our pre-show, and they're gonna let you know why black people started Memorial Day. But you know, I'm not gonna let the cat out the bag because we want you to go watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, but you make sure you after this show today, make sure you go over to Twitch and watch the pre-show. We make sure we put it up after this broadcast. And also, give it up for 310 baby. 310 baby. He just collab with every table to be healthy. He got his own fire shrimp pasta. You know what I'm saying? So like people, if you haven't had your fire shrimp pasta, man, you missing out, baby. You missing out. Ooh. I haven't had that one, but I'm sure that one good. You know what I'm saying? So if you had that one, if you get time to eat it before me, let me know how it tastes. Y'all put it in the chat. We want to thank everybody for tuning in right now. But we can ready to bring David in. We got a couple more advertisements, and after that, man, we're gonna get this show on the road, baby. Oh wait, what we at my y'all forgive my the devil be trying to the devil be blocking. All right, there we go. Also, give it up for Hurricane Chris, good friend of mine. Hurricane Chris will be performing in Richmond, Virginia, July 17th. He's gonna be doing the 2000 party at the Student National Dinner Association. So make sure if you're in the area, you want to go see Mr. A Bay. You know, we just did the Ratchet City moment a couple episodes back with the Ratchet Ass 3 Feet. It's on YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all go check that out. Man, we broke down on what we mean, what Ratchet City means as a culture. Also, Man, give it up for the New York Knicks right now, baby. And where are my basketball fans at? If you're a New York Knicks fan, man, shout them out. I'm not a New York Knicks fan, but it's that good to see New York get something. So right now, you see all the rappers and stuff representing New York culture. I think David Mims is a New York fan. Like, he gonna get me when he come in this room. Like, he talking about, I'm messing with him. But no, but David Mims might either be a Lakers fan or Detroit Pistons. Oh, I see you, Dave. I see you. I see you. I'm getting ready to bring you in. And also, give it up for the greatest president, the greatest president. We like to call him back home in Louisiana, the first black president, Mr. Bill Clinton. You know, until we got Obama, you know what I'm saying? And now Obama did some great things as president. Y'all make sure y'all get ready next month. If you got your money, you know, Obama will be opening his presidential center with the library, the basketball court, for the black people to go in there and have, you know, and gather resources. They know that then they erasing history, but you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like people are doing some things to keep the history going, and I think the most important thing about history is educating yourself, getting knowledge, putting knowledge before money. You know what I'm saying? When you put knowledge before money, you ain't got no choice but to win. I'm just saying. And also, give it up for Camp with Big Fella, baby. It's coming up. Shreveport, Louisiana. If you got your kids or you looking for somewhere to get them babies something to do, I want you to bring them over to the Kingdom Center. 226 Oregon Avenue. Like I say, Camp with Big Fella going down this year. They got sports and games, learning and mentorship, arts and craft, field trip, and they can have some delicious food. And also, the Civil War. One man against the industry. Shout out to Drake, man. You gotta love Drake, man. Man, have y'all been listening to that new album, Iceman? Man, I love it. My Kendrick ain't got nothing on Drake. I'm a Drake fan all day. I don't like Kendrick Lamar. You know, Kendrick Lamar, he cool with me, but I like Drake. David like Drake. David said he like Drake too. We some Drake fans over here. Kendrick cool, but you know, I like what he's doing for the revolution. But you know, his music is kind of boring to me. You know, I would deal with Detroit music before I deal with LA music. That's me. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, and also shout out to the Illinois park director. At first he was doing some good things in Chicago, and to see got the helicopter for her baby prom with the taxpayer money. So, woo, that was the wrong move, baby. And people, we're gonna tell y'all about that, like they on the money shift. You know, so sometimes when the money shift, people, whew, you don't go losing the taxpayer money, so they'll get you. I'm just saying. And also, RIP to the legendary jazz saxophonist Sonny Rollins from out of New York, baby. He was a great saxophone player too, man. Man, if you into jazz music, want some good jazz, you know, then y'all make sure y'all go out there and go listen to his music and run it up and throw his families and have some money and stuff like that. I'm just saying. And also, shout out to Trinity Latifah, debut her entire family, a wife and 2 kids, as he was the host for the American Music Award. Man, that is so good right there, man. Man, and look, it's gonna get even better for BET. So y'all make sure y'all get y'all BET experience on the way. Man, it's going down. The American Music Award, well, that's a start for us. Shout out to Cardi B, on getting Best Female Rap Artist of the Year, and shout out to Kendrick Lamar too. See, I ain't no hater. Kendrick Lamar, he got Best Rap Album for the not rap album, but Best Male Rap Artist of the Year. So one time for Kendrick. I'm just saying, you know what they say, it's not like us. So with that being said, right there, I mean we got a couple more announcements, but we're gonna go ahead and get ready to bring in Mr. David. So I remember we stopped right here, like I say. But with that being said, people, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Man, keep it locked. The Game Up Level Up podcast. And right now we got the intro for Mr. David Mims, and after that we bringing David in.
BT weekend, dude, tracks out here. You know it's perilous time, but it's perilous entertainment. Get with us and get left. I'm David Mims, the know to know. And remember, God got your back. And don't make plans, make moves, perilous. Hey, they out here for real, Church on the Move. Detroit to Los Angeles. Get with us or get left. Because remember, if you ain't perilous, you ain't got no time with perilous entertainment. Chat.
Now that Hennessy my best friend. That Hennessy my best friend. That gin make me sing. But that gin make me sing. All this ice up in my necklace. Make little baby wanna get it in. Make little mama wanna get it in. I got them yelling to the window. Yelling to the window. Got them twerking on the wall. Got them twerking on the wall. All them ladies looking good in them dukes and them boots. You know heavy want them all. You know heavy want them all. Cause I'm a ratchet ass youngin' with an old soul. Out of my mind like I'm lost. Out of my mind like I'm lost. And I was just bumping King Frank, sipping boost and juice. Finna set this thing off. Let's set it off. Cut up and set the stage on fire. Set the stage on fire. Get the trail right line. Get the trail right line. Set the stage on fire. Set the stage on fire. Get the trail right line. Get the trail right line. I was smoking on the end. I was smoking on the end. Getting ratchet with my kid. Getting ratchet with my kid. See the baby on the stage. Pretty face, no waist. About to ask her what is his. Shawty, tell me what is his. See, baby, I done hit my groove. Granny always told me, boy, you got some loose screws. Out my open top and I don't have a blues clues. Something when I walk and got it jumping in my boots. I'm loose as a goose. Got them yelling to the window. Yelling to the window. Got them twerking on the wall. Got them twerking on the wall. Them ladies looking good in the boots and the boots. You know baby want them all.
We in the building, baby. What?
Out of my mind like I'm loud.
All around mine.
I was just bumping King Frank, sipping boost and juice.
Where we at now? Where we at now? Where we at now? What? We set the stage on fire. There you go, baby. Where you at, David? We in the building. David Mims is in the building.
I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but we can't see you. Yeah. David Mims is in the building, baby. What's going on, man?
What up, though? What up? Can you hear me?
What up, though? That's that Detroit
what up, though?
Right there.
You know that's a Detroit saying. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
What up? What up, though?
It's a blessing. If you do me a favor, can you turn your phone sideways so you can get the full emotion?
I ain't trying to have you see all the VIP background.
I love that camera though. I love that camera over there.
Let me see. Okay, I can flip it. So flip it like this.
Yeah, turn it sideways. That way you
Flip
can
like
rotate.
this and then put something behind me like this. Something, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. You got your rotation on? So
let me
sometimes
see. Can I do rotation with this? I'll just turn it like this. It'll be cool.
If you can, but it's that your phone got to turn the rotation on.
So the rotation can come. I can get rotation on this. Can you see me? Can you see me with this?
No, I can but no, we good. We can rock with it like that. And it just look a little skinny. It make you look smaller.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Man, but everybody, man, we have David Mims in the building. I prepared a little brief introduction for you, Mr. Mims. We want to thank you for tuning in to the Game Up Level podcast today. And we appreciate you to come in and help us put the paint where it ain't. We're gonna kick off what we started last time. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, and those of y'all that wasn't here, man, y'all missed a great one. And right now today we have Mr. David Mims. He's the Detroit native. He took his vision to the West Coast. He built a powerhouse marketing PR team and a luxury lifestyle and empire. He is the CEO of LA Premier Concierge and Detroit to LA Mims, pulling the string behind major activation at the Rose Bowl, the PT Award, which is coming up next month. And he a part of the upcoming podcast summit tour, Los Angeles. So, and he lived by his favorite motto: "Don't make plans, make moves." Like I say, as y'all can see him now, right here. Let me introduce the one and only David Mims. What do you want to say, Mr. David?
What
Before
up,
we
though?
get
What up, though? We in a place where if you ain't, then you're not a saint. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you that introduction. You made me feel like I was a superstar, like I really did that, and I really did. But anyway,
oh,
I appreciate you having me on. I've seen you at some of the best, and then we'll be at I call it the I call it the waiting room. It's the parlay spot, and the parlay spot in LA is the W downtown. Boy,
oh,
the
oh,
JW
oh,
Marriott
oh,
lobby
oh,
is where
oh.
we parlay. Well, you can run into
Parlay.
celebrities with money, or celebrities that want to be celebrities, or celebrities that exist or don't exist at the JW Marriott. But it's going under constructions right now, and it's a little snare in our glare. But with the money shift is AI, and AI is kind of good and bad because it's called artificial intelligence. So anything artificial, like if you had artificial ingredients in your food, you're not gonna want to eat it. If somebody's
Mm.
acting artificial, you don't want to be around them. So the blessed and the cursed is cash money is not money. Spiritual and intellectual property mixed with the power of having without letting money control situations. The shifted money is a social economic thing. It's not a black or a white thing. It's a what are you controlling that people need, and what are you going to get people to believe in? Are you going to believe in politics, religion, sports, entertainment? What are you going to believe in? So we have to level up and game up on what money really is and what really is a shift.
Ooh, I love that. I love that you know what? And I'm glad you got me off to a good start right now. And you know what? And before we get ready to
I
get
had to
started,
match you. I had to match you because you stutter. You got a list and you stutter, but you speak the King's English. And I'm so impressed by how you started off on the show. I'm very impressed. I didn't know you was doing it like this.
yeah, I
So yeah.
appreciate you, Mike. I'm impressed with you too. And as we get ready to get into the show right now, ladies and gentlemen, um, we want to say as y'all know, I'm Dwayne the Ho, and and I want to say, shout out to America once again, 250 years of people putting the paint where it ain't. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say, as American honor, it semi quintent semi quincentennial, we honor the dreamers, the builders, the creators, the veterans, and families and communities that continue pushing this nation forward every single day. And I know we got some people that out there that feel like they're not living free, but if you're in America, you're free, no matter how you look at it. Now, like they know, it might be some things where you might feel like you're not free, but it's a lot of things that in America that you are free. If you don't believe it, go to some other country and you'll see. But like I say, and I want to say, this with the 250 years of America, this isn't just about fireworks and celebration. It's about history. It's about unity. That's what we're trying to get back to. Unity. You know what I'm saying? It's all about building community. And it's also about purpose. You know what I'm saying? And right now, before we get into tonight's episode, we got a powerful recap conversation that we've been having lately on the Game Up Level podcast. Like to bring everybody up that's tuning in right now. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I see y'all in here on my Facebook channel. I see you over here on Twitch. Y'all falling in here today for David. David, appreciate y'all. Like I say, I appreciate you too. Because without y'all, there would be no Game Up Level up. But to bring y'all back up to speed before we get into episode 85, I want to say First off, we welcome Ratchet Ass 3 Feet from the A movement. For those y'all that don't remember Ratchet Ass 3 Feet out of Shreveport, Louisiana, his son was Baby 3. The one they say everybody say, A Baby. And as y'all know, whatever, David, if you didn't know, anybody know they watching, it's on my I started out with Hurricane Chris and the A movement. So that's telling how I got my push and things like that. But like that, we talked about Shreveport, Louisiana, and we talked about a real staple in Ratchet City culture and community influence. And we also talked about Ratchet City history, fatherhood, legacy, what it means to be a father, legacy, and also we talked about moving with purpose while still in the culture. So sometimes the culture can have a whole lot of stuff come with it. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of game violence, prostitution. The culture got everything. Like if you know, like if you sit there and want to run your mouth and be like, oh well, I can't do this because this is going on. I can't do this, and I can't do this. Like what? The culture is not gonna stop for you, baby. You gotta find a way how to keep moving in purpose. We talked about that in episode 83. So if you miss it, you can go back to YouTube or Twitch, and I promise you, you'll be amazed. We talked about the difference between glorifying pain versus healing from it, and also, and after the heartbreaking Forever 28, our heart goes out to the Forever 28. For those y'all know that the 8 kids that were killed in Shreveport, Louisiana by their dad. What some of y'all don't know was, like, the dad, he got up out his house, drove over to his baby mama house, shot the kids over there, and shot his baby mama in the face, and came back to his house where his wife was divorcing him, and shot that wife and killed the other kids while they were asleep. So, like I say, like our heart still goes out for that. Like that's gonna be some pain they're gonna be dealing with forever. Like eight, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no amount of money can make them heal faster. So it's good that y'all donating to them women. They lost the kids and stuff like that. But they keep them in your prayers and stuff like that and right now, and I want to say, pray for the Shreveport, Louisiana also, because Shreveport, Louisiana, it still got gun violence. Like you would think that when 8 kids getting killed, you would think they would stop the gun violence. But like that, we got more gun violence in LA. And we are a small city, which is sad. You know what I'm saying? But we reflected on mental health. So shout out today. Today is mental health. This is the last couple of days of mental health month. And next month it's gonna be Black History. How would I say that? Black American Mental Health Month. So if you black, if you look like me, you look like David, next month would be Black Mental Health Month. So that's why they do BET in June. It's like a celebration for us because after everything that we endure. We also talked about trauma, dealing with trauma. We also talked about accountability. We also talked about healing broken communities. The people, whether y'all know it or not, it's still a lot of broken communities. Shout out to Los Angeles, California right now. We've been cracking down on the prostitution and the trafficking and stuff like that. And it broke my heart when I heard what they said on the news, on the pre-show. They were saying that the police say the youngest girl that was out there selling little nanny was 11 years old. I don't know what 11 years old. I don't know who want to have sex with 11 years old baby, but shame on you if you did that. That's nasty, and God gonna pay. God gonna make you pay big time. But on top of that, when it comes to episode 83, we realized that when it comes to pain, can eventually become destruction. So like when you ignore your pain, it can become destruction. So people, you dealing with any pain right now, we need you to deal with that. Get you some counseling. We need you to do something. Because at the end of the day, man, you got to put the paint where it ain't. And also in episode 84, we talked about generational healing. What brings us today to the big podcast today, what we got when we talk about the money shift. But before we even talk about money shift, we have to talk about generational healing, breaking cycles in family and faith. We talked about that in episode 84 with Stephen Little, who's well known in the industry, major in the industry. Stephen Little come from Brooklyn to Hollywood. It's like David. If y'all notice, a lot of our guests that we get have been on the game level of moment. That a lot of us not from here. Even though David been here a long time in California, but he's still from Detroit. And I like how David still recognize where he come from because the people, I don't care if you move from Florida to LA and you've been in LA for 30 years. You still from Florida. I was invited,
I'm from
David,
Detroit. I've been in LA 30 years.
you
Since
see?
88. Almost. Yeah, I'm from Detroit.
You see what I'm saying? And so you have to always respect where you come from. It don't mean that you don't it don't mean that you shitting on LA. It doesn't mean you respect where you come from.
Nah, that means you brought LA a blessing because if you just from LA and you don't get away from LA, you can get smothered. But some of the best talent and leaders are out of LA. But the people that never leave LA, it don't look too good sometimes.
Hello, that part. And I say
That's
that's why
why
I
we
say
left our places.
hello.
That's why
That's the same
you
reason
left
why
the other LA and I left the
Shreveport.
other Big D. Yeah, but that's
That
LA. That's Louisiana, LA. LA,
baby
Louisiana.
LA. Baby LA. And you know what? And I still go home and visit. So I'm always going back home. So with on our last episode, 84, Stephen Little come from Brooklyn, New York. And when he come to Hollywood, he became a real big publicist. Well, he worked with Aaliyah. He worked with man, he worked with a lot of people. So like we got to go on watch our next watch our past episode 84, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Like I'm not gonna go back into who all he worked with, but we brought that up. So you make sure y'all go tap in and tap out and watch episode 84 after you watch 85. And also he was a celebrity stylist also. And also in episode 84 with Stephen Little, we focused on generational trauma, which a lot of people are dealing with right now. That's why some people can't get to the money because they're dealing with generational trauma. We talked about absent fathers. They go out here and have all these babies and mad when the government taking their child support. When the child support taking their check. The government ain't taking the child support. The child support taking your money because you're an absent father. We talked about emotional suppression. We talked about healing family wounds. We talked about faith and accountability. And we also talked about honoring mothers during Mental Health Awareness Month because those mothers are emotional. And I know sometimes people, if y'all forgive me for saying something like that, I know sometimes y'all might want to put your hands on the women because they talk too much or doing too much, but they can't help. God made them emotional. You know, that's how He made them. And so, and the one thing that stood out with me on episode 84 was I had to realize that the cycle ends with me. So the cycle ends with you. It don't end with David. It don't end with my co-host. It don't end with David staff members. So if you're going to everything that we talked about in the last couple episodes, the cycle ends with you. And then when you realize that, then you'll be able to understand what we're gonna be talking about tonight. So so tonight we're shifting the conversation toward the money. So if you did through all them episodes, and if you've been here with us since day one, from episode 1 up until episode 84, this episode is for you, and you're gonna be able to get you some money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you this, because many people are spiritually broken and emotionally exhausted and financially struggling at the same time. And in today's world, I want to say a lot of people are chasing the look of success instead of building real success. Man, before I say something else, man, I'm gonna let David say something to get my focus a little. Like a lot of people are chasing the look of success instead of building real success. What you want to say to them people that's out there doing that, David?
Okay. Well, the most handsome debonair angel His name start with an L, start end with an R. His name was Lucifer. He was an exotic, handsome, exquisite angel, and he fell. He just so happened to become what we call the enemy, the devil. And all that glitter ain't gold. Some of the most beautiful people that we see in Hollywood, attractive women, handsome men, and nice cars, and even growing up in Detroit, is everyone wants that look so bad that they will pay for it. They will do immoral things for it. And it's called the lust of the eye and the lust of the mind. The lust of the mind makes you believe that you can actually feel and be something you're not. And it will make you believe that you can buy into it, play into it, and try to become it. It's called make believe. Growing up in Detroit, I'm number 14 out of 17 children. And I was a bodybuilder since high school, like fitness, like muscle. And we always were concerned about eating right and being right. And that image got tarnished as you get older because that normal look of being a bodybuilder and fitness, it turned, I'm giving you my example of that look that's deceiving. So as a bodybuilder, I did that for years, high school, and then even in college and after, I became a competitive bodybuilder and a fitness trainer. So that look became so contagious with muscles and just the big old swole guys be swole up. They went from averaging 100 pounds, 190 pounds to two, 230, 240, and they used a lot of steroids, and it took them out. Some died, some legends. It's a lot of names and legends that fell off. But the point I'm making is part of any field, culture, anything that you do, the enemy will trick you to make you believe it's okay to do drugs, alcohol. Now, if you do drugs and alcohol, that's your business. Do it responsible. But cocaine turns into meth. Meth turns into weed. Weed turns into crack. And I'm not knocking nobody that can't handle their weed because the biggest pioneer and this was a gospel guy. It's Snoop Dogg. Got a gospel album. So I ain't knocking nobody. But what I'm saying is if you can't contain and maintain your look or your image or what you thought is, you better contain your mind or you're going to fall on your behind.
Ooh, you hear that, people? Like you think you better contain your behind, or you're gonna fall in your behind.
You better
And
contain your mind and not worry about what everybody and how everybody look, or you're going to fall on your behind. Contain your mind. So that's
and
what
you
I
know
have to
what?
say about it. Stop trying to be something you're not, and stop trying to walk in shoes that you can't fit.
Hey, hello, and I want to say this too to add to what you said. And like you say, and a lot of times when people like David say, people doing this and doing that, drugs this and that, and at the end of the day, people still want that. People still want that fast money. They still want that social media validation, and they still want the image and lifestyle. But they don't always understand the responsibility that comes with the prosperity. So for one, when you out there doing all that stuff, and God knows what you're doing, like you're not gonna be fully focused on to get that. So because of financial pressure and financial trauma and a lack of financial literacy, that can also become generational cycles of what you're doing. So like people, I want to encourage you, like if you got to do something like that, don't let it have you, people. Don't let the drug have you. Or like you might see me on here drinking a cold one right now. You know, I
Ain't
sip
nothing
my
wrong
cold
with
one.
that, but if you drinking 40 cold ones, it's a problem. If you can't contain your situation, then you ain't gonna get no elevation.
Ooh, and you know what? And I love that right there. What you said that, and look, that's true. And I want to say this too, um, because not everybody understands what it means to have tourist stewardship, discipline, purpose or what money does to your mindset. Because like at the end of the day, and we had to say like, and I had to take you there because what me and David talking about, like when you doing that, you got money. It takes money to do them things.
Money is what you make it. Because people will do anything. People would do anything for money. They say it's the root of all evil, but if you don't have it, it'll make you evil.
Yeah,
If you got too much of it, then now you gotta shake off evil because somebody trying to take it from you.
but
But
yeah,
if you,
but look at it. Not to cut you off, Mister David, but like you were saying, with them drugs cost money. So they're not thinking about stewardship. The alcohol costs money. They're not thinking about discipline. They doing other stuff. They're not thinking about purpose. At that point, they just trying to get
but
high and get drunk.
but see, that's the thing about it is the shift of money has something to do with morality. Money is morality. Morality is money. I learned about money in church. My mother gave me money to put in church, and she said, "God gonna bless you." So I didn't get money. My first money I got from my family. They gave me money to put in church, and then I learned that if you give 10%, even if you're not in the church, whatever you believe in, it's not about that. We talk about leadership, stewardship. Any group, organization, fraternities, sororities, college is a group of people that sell you that you're going to be able to excel with a college education and then have you in debt if you're not in certain professional careers. You might not use it. Besides being a doctor, a lawyer, a scientist, or those degrees are different. But sometimes a lot of people in communication, they don't have the skills that Dwayne has or I have. They never use their degree. I know a lot of people with communication degrees that have no, they didn't balance out. They didn't balance out their money shift. So money is shifting because money comes in, has become intellectual property. Money
Yeah.
is power of control of people. Money is mental power. Money is let you get sick so you can pay to go to the doctor. Money is let you stay healthy. Money is money is let me watch this football game. Money is let me watch this podcast and learn something. So it's not money, it's tangible, it's the moral value of money. It makes people shift.
Hello. And that's why, for those of y'all that's tuning in right now, we thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because today we about to put you up on game today. So for those of y'all that's tuned in today and you hear what me and David is talking about, so for those of y'all that don't know, I promise you, after this show, you're gonna understand what the money shift means. And as y'all see what we got up on the stream right now, like we want you to understand that. Let that sink in right now, because money can either build your future or it can expose your lack of healing
What is
and
it?
direction.
Okay. I want to say money can either build your future or expose your lack of healing and direction. And it goes through money is the root of all evil, but every church, every group, every organization, every nation is built on prosperity and wealth. Let's take out the word money. You see what I'm saying? If you take out
Mm-hmm.
the M, the M, the M and the Y off money, what does that spell?
Just take the one.
One. There's only one way that you can earn money without without failing. There's only one way that you can respect and understand money. Even if you don't believe in God, there's a higher situation that controls money. And it's your
Hello.
mental fortitude. So you take out the M and the Y on money, it's one. There's only one way you can fail, and if you're around a lot of people that are not following you on your shift.
Yeah, hello. And you know what? And I'm gonna tell you this. And see, a lot of people think money is the answer to everything, but if your
Only
mindset is
one. Take
broken,
take the M and the Y off money. It's one.
one and money that money that magnify the problem. Like you say, some people got money and still got chaos, still got depression, still got insecurity, and still got no direction. But like David said, when you take the M and the Y off money, become one. I mean, you got one God. So at the end of the day, money might get you a nice house, a nice car, but like the Bible say, what is it for a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? And you got one God. I don't know what you believe in out there, but I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. But like that, whatever you believe in, your highest power, like if you don't sit down and talk to Him on what you can do with your money, you know, you're gonna have them. You're gonna be
Well,
depressed.
you know that the enemy controls the enemy. The enemy takes control of people and gives them gifts. So some people get God mixed up with the enemy. Flip. How do you spell God backwards?
Ooh, y'all hear that, people? How do you spell dog backward? Dog. I'm thinking
God,
about dog.
God. So it's God. It's
Yeah,
God and dog. God spelled backwards. So if you spell God backwards, you gonna dog yourself out of dealing with God, but God will dog you out of not trusting Him if you're trusting in the enemy. Because people don't
yeah,
realize the enemy comes up from greed, envy, lying, and what's sabotaging people with the money shift is their
yeah.
mental shift. Mental shift is causing people's money shift.
Hello.
Mental shift, mentally, mentally only, never understanding yearning. That's money. Mentally only, never,
And
never,
exactly.
ever yearning. So that's an acronym for money I just made up.
And,
MONEY.
and you know what? And I like that you said that because it brings us to our first segment for the night. When we and that means David took out the first segment for the show tonight. I'm talking to Cyber Guy. We appreciate you for tuning in. Like that Cyber Guy say, God bless. There we go. At least you know we got God, baby. So God gave it all to you. Like I say, He gave it to me. I used to be worth over $350,000. And like David said, so I know exactly to my first hand. And see, when I had money and I wasn't worried, you couldn't tell me nothing about God. And I mean, I was God talking about all the poon cane I can get. I use money, money was my God. So which means money was the enemy. I was homeless 7 years in California, and what David don't know, when he first met me, I was homeless. When I first met David in the BT doing the BT, I was homeless, but I didn't show David homeless. I was
Well,
out there getting
no,
it.
and think about it is the what no, you weren't homeless. You was just in between your dwelling place. You were just in the wilderness to set yourself up for greatness. You were never homeless because you were never hopeless.
Hello, you know,
You were
and
just in transition of your movement. But you
hello.
know what I mean?
Ooh, I love that, David. I like how you said that. Transition of your movement in my dwelling place, and that's why they say, well, that's why we got this segment one, the poverty mindset versus the prosperity mindset. They say, and me and David, we not no preacher. We just had a lot of life
I ain't gonna lie,
situations.
I was called to preach. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I had to pray for all these hypocrites. They might pull me down.
Hello. And I know me. I ain't no preacher. No, I'm just sent by God to teach people how to love themselves. See, like, and as we kick off segment one, the poverty mindset versus the prosperity mindset, and the first point that we're gonna make on this is we're gonna talk about like being on how many people were raised in survival mode. If y'all were raised in survival mode, I want y'all to put your hand up in the chat. So if you on your phone, get you a little emoji chat to put it in there. I know sometimes y'all might do it, y'all might not, but you can either do it now or you can do it when we're not live no more. But if you grew up in survival mode, I know I did because I grew up with a single mom. Like I ain't have a dad in the household. My mom sometimes see some of y'all survival mode is eating noodles. A lot of times we can afford noodles. Or we can only eat syrup sandwiches and sugar
Oh,
sandwiches
sir, Sanchez. Wow.
and
You
things
was
like
poor.
you know what I'm saying? We were PO we weren't POO or we were PO.
You
And
was
like they
poor.
but our mom went out there, she didn't give up. She did what she had to do. You know what I'm saying? Like we come from humble beginning. And now today they don't eat syrup sandwiches. We don't even eat noodles or nothing like that now. You know what I'm saying? Like God ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Unless you want to.
you know what I'm saying? So like and I want to say people and one thing I learned when you in a situation like that, you have to be able to sit down. What I know now as a grown adult, we have to be able to sit down and analyze our situation. So because if you don't analyze the situation, um, you're gonna find yourself in that same situation. So and I want to say like a lot of people that were raised in survival mode, and sometimes it wasn't because people were lazy. It's not because people had a lack of talent, but because survival was all they saw growing up. See, sometimes, but now you got some people out there are because they were lazy. But initially, people wasn't doing in survival mode. Survival mode wasn't created because that's what people wanted to do. That, but some people like me, I'm coming from Shreveport, Louisiana, where I didn't know nothing about California. I mean, we think Baby Boy and Boys in the Hood and stuff like that, but that's all we knew about California. But that's what we saw going up. And some people grew up hearing they make it to Friday. See, nowadays, I don't hear stuff like that. Man, I just want to make it to Friday. Or sometimes we say stuff like, keep the lights on. Or we'll say stuff like, don't dream too big. Now we'll be like, take what take what you can get. And that, I mean, see, I dealt with those mindsets. And the bigger one I had to deal with was, don't dream too big and take what you can get. Like and look, David, I don't know if you ever been around some people that can take what they can get. I'm telling you right now, it ain't kind of not when some people take what they can get. I mean, they ain't gonna leave a breadcrumb down. So I want to say that people,
I mean, we grew up. I'm number 14 out of 17, so we grew up. Grew up poor rich. So we didn't know we didn't know we was poor. You know what I mean? And some of my family members would be like, "Oh, we wasn't poor. We just didn't know it because
so
we
were you
always
poor?
had
So
food, we had
were you
clothes.
poor, David? Were y'all poor or was y'all poor?
We is poor, po. But my family telling like, "Oh, we always had. We did always have." So our mentality was we believed in God and we believed in prosperity. So I didn't have fancy clothes, but I had clean clothes.
Hello,
I didn't have designer. I made my design.
hello,
I didn't have name brand. I came up with my own brand. So in my mind
exactly.
growing up, I was like, I don't want to wear name brand because it's not my name. I don't that's what
Hello.
Mims is. Mims is motivation is more success. MIMS. Muscles in motion systems. Make
When
it
you
mean something.
Oh, I love that.
So
When you get a moment, type that in the private chat, and I can
okay,
copy and paste and put that in there. You know what I'm saying? I like
okay.
that. Meme. Motivation
MIMS.
is
The rapper was music is my savior. But I've been, I can say I have a family legacy that of about uh, you know, what we call evangelical, spiritual, and we believe in you don't go to college, have a career. You feel me? So the poverty mindset is when you get on welfare and you don't get off. Poverty mindset is when someone else is winning and they're putting in work and then they make it look easy, but now you want to steal from them just because you're in a house that's dirty, and now that they worked hard for what you're doing, that's why a lot of people went to jail because they were mad because someone else was winning. because they had the poverty
Oh,
mindset. Let me steal from you because you have. Now this is black on black in all cultures.
hello.
Let me be angry at you because your family were doctors, lawyers, teachers. They put work into that. So the bottom line is the prosperity mindset comes with spiritual mindset. The poverty mindset comes with one of my sayings, don't get offended by this, y'all. If you ain't winning, you sinning. That's one of my sayings. It's a sin. It's anywhere in any major leadership, Buddhist, Muslim, uh, Catholics, agnostic, Christians, they do not practice not having not one organization in the world practices poverty. Everyone practices prosperity. Name one. A lot of people didn't like how when Reverend Ike spoke. You can't lose on the stuff I use. But Reverend Ike, as a speaker, he gone, whether he went to hell or not, but he spoke on prosperity and have a prosperity mindset. So a poverty mindset comes from being around people that don't have, growing up without having, then making excuses for your failure.
Ooh, and look, Mr. David, I don't know if you're over here looking at my notes or you tapped into my computer, but that's something I was gonna say was because and the thing we like a lot of people grew up around struggle for so long, they start thinking it was normal. And I
They
want to
thought
say
they
this, Mr.
thinking it was cute.
And it wasn't. And I want to say this, people, it's like it wasn't that you thought it was normal,
What
but I want to say that
JK?
that survivor mindset affected your finances, your confidence level, your relationship, your faith, and it's also how people was able to see their future. It affected. You know what I'm saying? Like it affected how you was able to see your future. So I want to say this. Like when it comes to some people don't spend money because they're financially free. They spend emotional because they never felt secure. And see, I'm gonna tell that again. It's like some people don't spend money because they're financially free. They spend emotionally because they never felt secure. So some people in their emotion. Like what would
Right.
they
So I'm
saying
saying
mean
they'll
to
buy a
you?
new car just to prove that they made it, or they'll spend money on designer clothes that cost cost pennies overseas. I don't like wearing designer clothes because I know how much it costs, and I know who sweated for it to get it made. I'd rather have something like this hat as a brand from an athletic company. I'm wearing a Michael Jackson T-shirt that I spell. So
Hello.
I'm not caught up into. I mean, if somebody's wearing my brand, I'll be excited. Like I
And
see
see,
your brand.
I'm wearing an autistic shirt that somebody gave me.
Oh yeah,
Because it's autistic and mental health.
right.
Autistic
So
and mental health go hand in hand.
right,
So
why
like
you
they,
playing? But think about it is it the balance of people that act like they normal. The average person is that think they not autistic or have mental health. They done lost their mind. You got mental health. I
yeah,
got
because
mental
they got
health
a brain.
issues. Everybody got mental health issues. Is watch this. Everyone has mental health issues. Every leader, every happy person, every sad person, every wealthy person. Because mental issues is every day you wake up, there's an issue. And mentally you're gonna have to deal with it, good or bad. You ain't catch nothing I
Hello.
just said.
Hello, that part, and like you say too, you got some people that like to, like you said, not only did they like to flex, but they because they got be like, oh, I got $10,000, I go get this because I got it, but you still broken inside. But you got some people like to flex online because deep down they're trying to prove, like you just said a minute ago, that they
Now
escaped
some
the
people got
pain
well,
they
some
came
people got
from.
finesse. They online flexing like they got it and tricking people to pay. It's a lot of people in our business, our media and marketing business, that are saying they're imposters in our business. That are saying that that we that they're doing what we're doing, and they have podcasts and they're making money. But a lot of these people are not doing it. They buying bots and they're DMing people, and they have innocent people just paying them to be successful in business. Like for instance, the
Like right now,
the
we got somebody in
the
the chat right
podcast.
now. Look at that. What you they
What?
said. Somebody they popped up. My appreciate y'all for coming in. You they let David know what he's talking about. He's right. So for those of y'all that what David saying that people buying bots and stuff like that, look at that. That's like somebody
Right.
AI
So we
viewers.
got a lot of, no offense, we got a lot of black people that are buying bots from Indians and foreigners across the country, but they won't pay you. And they see you, Dwayne, you at major events doing major things, and someone will tell you that they lost 2,000, 3,000, $100, and they got 100,000 followers, 1 million followers, and ain't none of them that you can talk to or call up. So
Hello.
the bottom line is, you like, money ship is a mental ship, and the reason why people aren't being leveled up is because they're leveling
They was
down.
never taught. They wasn't taught.
Well, I'm gonna do one better than that. They were taught. It's just that everything they were taught is recircled every year, and everyone sees something different. Somebody type, and many people were never taught ownership, investments. That you? Oh, no, it's you. Wealth, credit, building. And here's the thing about it: even if you weren't taught, there's still a way for you to find out. Some people find out and they still do go against the grain of being
That
taught.
part. That part. And David, what
That's
about
why the
that? What about
podcast
what
summit is coming in to
that
teach
part?
people how to level up and earn income from podcasting. A lot of people are
Hello.
wasting more money flexing doing podcasts than earning from it. Why can't independent podcasters earn money from it instead of spending money on it just to say that they was on a show or had a show?
And you know what? And I like that you said that too, because and we want to make y'all, we want to encourage y'all too, people. Y'all make sure y'all get on y'all go to if you go to my fact, I'm gonna put it back up on the I'm gonna put it back on the stream because so while we talking about the podcast summit right quick, we talked about it earlier, but you know what I'm saying, the podcast summit coming up this Sunday. So like that, if you wasn't
And we
taught,
got free RSVPs. If on Eventbrite you can't see it, just DM me and we'll put you on a list. Uh, um, it's on Eventbrite now. You can go on Eventbrite. The Eventbrite is open so that you can go free RSVP, and we're gonna have over the amount to RSVP. Unfortunately, if you if you can't get in when you get there, that's because you was trying to get free. Because we're gonna prioritize the people that pay the fee, and that's called money ship. If you don't bring none, you don't get none. So if you don't pay, get there early. Doors open 11:30, 12.
hello, until we put it back up there. So y'all make sure the minute we podcast everything, but we go to Eventbrite, type in the podcast summit Los Angeles, and I guarantee you, he'll pull up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
So they're going to be talking about money. They're going to be talking about, it's not just podcasts, it's business people, how to balance money, how to understand that United States was built on slavery. United States was built on power. It wasn't even about money, it was about power. And the more that you can do this, and the more that you can pull in your hand, the more money you control. People are money. Bodies are money. Money is people. People are
Ooh,
being replaced with Waymo and Whammo, whatever it's called, and robots. But you can never replace people because somebody got to control the robots. Somebody controls the AI.
hello.
So AI is not the future. AI is a lie.
That you know what? And that's true, David. And I'm glad you said that because
AI is a lie. That's why it's called artificial intelligence. That means it's not real.
that part. And before and I want to say this too, like for my people that's out there that was only taught to survive, that they only had to survive to see another day. I want to say that's why Healing matters. To all my people out there that was taught you got to survive to see another day, I want to say why it matters for you to heal and why it matters for you to get on here and listen to me and David speak. Yeah, it matters because if you don't heal from survival mode, you will be sabotaged uh, by opportunities meant to elevate you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of opportunities out there that can elevate you. Like the podcast summit coming up this Sunday. And I want you to know that you will forever be in fear of success. You will forever be in fear of change. You will also forever be in fear of stability because chaos becomes familiar. You want the chaos to become familiar. Like thinking you thinking that you got to deal with all this bullshit over here. And it's familiar. No, it's not familiar. You can like what you say, like David say. David his saying say you sit on his cup right there. Don't make plan, make move. So you don't have to sit down and deal with that chaos and stuff like that. So
You
like you
know,
say like when the real money shift start and basically to me this what I learned firsthand. The real money shift start in the mind first. That's why we got Game Up Level podcast. So if you can get in your mind first, then the money that's when the real shift start in your mind. But I also want to say once people understand that you are capable of more, they begin moving different. You begin moving different. So I'm gonna say the people begin moving different. For those y'all that are watching, you begin moving different. So you get remember it start with your mind first. And also on top of that, I want to say they stop chasing temporary validation. So we got to stop. I had to stop chasing temporary validation and start building long term vision. So if you sitting there chasing temporary validation, David, can you enlighten people what we mean by temporary validation?
well, temporary well, I'm gonna go back to even high school. In high school, 9 times out of 10, most people were taken care of by their parents, unless they were selling drugs and was out on the street, and their parents was out, and they had to steal or sell drugs. So I grew up a normal life. I ain't gonna lie. I was spoiled with validation. And your validation is you're not validated if you're not spiritually acclimated. You're not validated if you're not spiritually acclimated. So we were nothing. We were taught that you're nothing without God. And I still feel that way. So people are caught up into peer pressure. I call it financial. Write this down, people. Financial peer pressure. So financial peer pressure is this group is wearing this. This group is saying this. This group is driving this. My friends that had doctor, lawyer, teacher, higher level uh, corporate jobs, entrepreneurship or whatever in the 80s, real estate, they would drive cars. We were catching a bus. So they were validated because their parents were able to take care of that. Then I had friends who had parents that were drug dealers, pimps, all type of crazy stuff, and they had street money. So we had validated money. So we didn't care about their validation of what they had, which was good, but they wanted us around because our mental attitude was validated by spiritual, physical, and prosperity was let's work hard and get it. So if we didn't have it, we didn't follow behind the people that have. People get followed behind people dangling something in
Validation.
front of them
They feel validated.
to validate them. And basically money controls people. People don't change and turn into more immoral things or immoral situations just because they want to. And then someone said that's when generational circles begin to break. Yes. So
The generation cycle begin to
it's a
break.
generational curse in every culture. So the bottom, that's when generation cycles begin to break. Okay, that's okay, cool. Oh, that's you. You posted that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, anyway, the bottom line is so what do we do? What do we do about validation? What do we do in our circle? This show isn't just about blacks; it's about everybody, right?
Mm-hmm. It's for everybody. Like there's anybody that we all going through some things like that. And like David said earlier in the chat, David said motivation. What we do about it is we have to understand that motivation is more success and muscle and motion system.
Right.
So
Because your
like,
muscle is your mind, but your muscle is your fitness part. So I grew up is if you work hard for anything, if you don't get it, at least you try. If you work hard for anything, you can get it, but you got to continue to work hard. So if you fail, you got to try again. But you can never win unless you fail.
hello. Without struggle, there's no progress. I got that on my house, and my on my wall right now in the house. Like thing like you can always keep trying. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, and that's why I put it right back up on the screen for y'all once more again. Um, right now I put up there. So when you stop chasing validation, you start building long term vision. Then that's when your generational cycle begins to break. And like David said, you start using the muscle. Meaning you gotta put action. You gotta put a little pep in your
But
step.
your brain is a muscle. It's an organ. It's an organ, but it's still a muscle. Your brain is a muscle.
And people look at it. Look at the brain. You can see the brain look like it got the little muscles inside the brain and stuff that they
Little
be flexing
squiggly
and stuff.
wigglies.
You
It's
know
an
what I'm
organ.
saying? That part. And like I say, and once you get past that, the survival mode, the next thing we go ahead and do is we're gonna say we're talking about the generational lack, what the generation lacks, and what the generation fear, and financial trauma. And what that basically means is you have to understand that the mindset your mindset creates fear. So fear of investing, fear of dreaming, fear of ownership, fear of taking risks. And one thing about risk, I was homeless. With a man that ain't got nothing, I still had a lot of risks to take. Like I had to risk finding me. Sometimes when you're homeless, you got to go in the daytime find your place you can sleep at night. But sometimes if I'm out there on the go trying to meet people and shake hands with people, that means I'm a risk finding me a place to sleep at night because I want to build my brand to a higher altitude. So
Mhm.
you got to take risks. And another thing you got
Right.
to understand is when struggle become you have to understand when struggle becomes normal. People start thinking small, but the struggle is all have been seen. You know what I'm saying? So like so people start thinking small because struggle is all they have seen. You have to understand that when it comes to the generational lack of fear and financial trauma. They like to me, and I want to say this. So you have to understand that you have to understand what spending habit versus ownership habits. And I'm gonna let David get that one. Spending habits versus ownership habits.
It's I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur all my life, and I've if anyone takes this negative, I've had the opportunity at 58. I'll be 59 August 30th. Hi to Michael Jackson. His birthday is the 29th. Shout out to the Jackson family. Pray that everybody actually got a chance to go see the movie, and it's one of the highest grossing movies ever. And Michael Jackson did a lot for the black community and the music community around the world. I don't know why I got a little echo. Point of making is that you got to fail to succeed. No one's perfect. This isn't about the president, but I'm going to mention the people that run the country. The people that run the country, when it comes to politics, they were both the same. United States control people. That is how you get money. If you can convince someone to commit crime, then that means you can fill up
Yes.
the jail. If you can convince someone to steal, if you could convince someone to listen to a lot of music with negativity in it, you can get the children to listen to it. And what are they going to do? They are going to follow the rules of what they hear. Everything I've done in my life, I got from my family. I'm just a puppet and a pawn in the game, and it was a blessing for me. Okay, so the reality of it is, no matter what you do, what level you're on, and what game you have, and where you from, it's the same. I don't care what color you are, what race you are, what financial strand you're in. You're gonna always find a way to realize it ain't nothing gonna be perfect, and then spending, saving, and receiving, spending, saving, and receiving. It's interesting and difficult, distant, and great. It's a lonely road to the top, and a progressive road at the bottom when you're an entrepreneur. So as entrepreneurs, I give you hats off, because it's hard to stop what you started when it worked. But when it doesn't work, how do you figure out how to stop? It's like a germ and a disease. So I've never failed in my life because I knew what failure mean. So by the time I fail, that means I succeeded. That means I can move forward to try again. So anybody that you think is doing great, go into their mind and go into their heart and their soul. Trust me, someone's failing more than they're succeeding.
Hello. And you know what? And I want to say this too, like, and that brings me to the next one. Like, understanding why some people think small because they have only seen struggle. And like, and what time you want to? What would be your take on why some people think small because they only seen struggle? Before
We're
I
talking about
before,
spending habits versus owner habits. But the reason why is because they're association. So with the summit this weekend from 12 to 4 at Hotel Indigo, we have JK, Donnie Wiggins, David Shands. We even added speaker Eric Zuli, and a few other people that come in the network. But the bottom line is, you got to look at, people can change their mindset by being around people that are making moves that can help them. So this weekend, we could do something about that to help you by being educated with people that have put themselves in a success mode. Because I even heard David Shands even say he lost $250,000 on his first on his one of his first ventures of producing a summit. But now he's making strides and he's bringing it to LA. We got free RSVPs, and then we got VIP RSVPs, but you pay a few to get more. So shout out to all you guys that didn't go to college. You don't know what college debt is. It's nothing to put something into your life instead of just putting something into your body that's causing you strife, extra food, drugs, and alcohol. Save you some money and time and come on down Sunday, noon to 4. Be around different makers, and then you can make a difference.
yes, indeed, and you know what? That's so true. And I want to say this too, like what David they said is so true, and like so that was my people that's out there that all you seen was struggle. So like say, right now is your time to come to the summit, and if that's all you only seen was struggle, well we're gonna teach you how to maneuver and things like that. And also I want to add to what David said was, yeah, for people that only seen struggle all their life, like you got to stop normalizing financial dysfunction, and you got to understand every check shouldn't disappear. and every blessing shouldn't become another impulse purchase. So you got to understand, like sometimes the issue isn't income; it's the mindset. You know. So sometimes people think because all a person do is see struggle, they think it's a impulse purchase. No, sometimes like we just saying, it's the mindset. That's the reason why when it comes to that money shift, you can't see it because your mind is not in the right place because you're too busy thinking about financial
Has
dysfunctions
to
and
be a
stuff.
mental shift. Has to be a mental shift.
You know what I'm saying? So in order to see a money shift, like David say, you need to have a. Sometimes you got to get your mental shift. So how you expect to see a money shift if your mental is all fucked up? I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you know,
No,
like
it's
say
all good because you got to look at a lot of people down faith, religion, or spiritual balances. And even the most evil person, even if they don't pray, they praise. You get it? If you don't pray, if you
ooh,
praise, I'm gonna give you an example. If you praise about how much money you got and you own a strip club, that's not church. But they can praise about what they drive and praise about how much alcohol they sell and how many strippers they have. So that's called praise. So praise comes from God. So if you're praising something negatively, and and I'm not against anybody that has a strip club or anybody that sells weed that's your business. But are you giving back and helping someone that's hopeless? And how long will that business last? The prison system is a business. How do you think that business have three brothers that retired respectfully in Detroit from the prison system?
yes,
You know, they did very well for themselves. So the reason why the prisons are full is because we have people that are mentally struggling and they got to so they'll get angry or they'll wind up doing things that'll put them in jail or turn them into criminals. And the thing
hello,
about it is part of society, the mental shift is we're sabotaged through entertainment. We're in the entertainment industry is helping sabotage as people's money shift. The entertainment industry is a blessing and a curse. I love the entertainment industry. I have mogul on my hat, and that's a organization that is teaching athletes how to gain more income off of their sales. That's name, image, and likeness. So, to be honest, the shift has to be mentally and spiritually to you for you to find finance. Because anybody can make money, anybody can earn money, anybody can be wealthy, but the wealthy, the poor should stop being mad at the wealthy. The incompetent should be stop being mad at the wise and get
yes,
around them so they can get some of what they have. Be
yes.
around what you want to get down. Be around
Ooh,
with what you want to get down.
oh, okay. You hear that, people? And Bill, why would you want to get down? And also, I want to give y'all a powerful point right now. I want you to understand too. And understand that some people don't lack talent; they lack financial education and vision. So right now, for those of y'all that lack financial education and vision, I want y'all to pick up what me and David is putting down right now. So sometimes you got to pick up what you're putting down. Sometimes you got to sit down and listen. Sometimes, and you can't think that you know it all when you ain't got nothing. So David been in the game longer than me. So my one thing about me, I'm not gonna overstep his boundaries. Sometimes people can't sit here and listen to us. So you see me and David on the podcast, and you know you tuned in. When you see us in the field, we ain't gonna be talking like this. We ain't got time to talk like this. No, it's gonna be we gonna be moving. We gonna be moving fast. So we
We're gonna
moving
make we're
fast.
gonna make our we're gonna make moves helping ourselves be happy at what we do. It's called collecting, giving, receiving, taking, and making. So that means we're grabbing information, taking it, putting it out, and giving you some news you can use.
Ooh, I love that. And like that, and like you say, and we want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Game Up Level podcast, which we come on every other Wednesday and every other Thursday for y'all. We only come on about 2 times a month. So like so don't let that Game Up Level Up be the only source where you change your mindset, because we only come on 2 times a month. You got 7 days in a week. So we encourage you to go find other outlets too. So now we appreciate you for tuning in to at least 2 times a month. And we're gonna give you what we can give you, but sometimes it might not stop him with us. It might keep going, And like you say, and if you think you're gonna stop him with us, then you're gonna be in for a rude awakening. Because when it's all said and done, you still might be struggling because you sitting back waiting on us to come on. To God put us here at a designated time, and when we leave, we're gonna continue back with our life, and you still gonna be dealing. You gonna probably still be dealing with what you're dealing with. The only thing I can tell you is to go to David YouTube and look at some of the videos he got, and go check out some of our old episodes, and we pray that you can able to get by. But if you sit in right now, you tuned in to us right now live, you can feel free to ask questions. You can put questions in the chat, and we can answer it to the best of our knowledge. But now if you sit there like a log in the
Number
water
call.
and don't say nothing, that's on you. My mama always say, "Closed mouths don't get fed." You know what I'm saying? And before we get ready, to go to our segment number 2, which we're gonna be talking about stewardship and what are you doing with what God gave you. We're gonna talk about that once I put up this little quick commercial break right quick. We give us a chance to get us some water and stuff like that. But I want y'all to think about for a second. What are you doing with what God gave you? So sometimes you might not have $1,000 to pay me or pay David, but sometimes God gave you something. So when we come back after this quick break, we're gonna talk about stewardship. What are you doing with what God gave you? So we're gonna go ahead and go to a quick break right now. And when we come back, we need that question. All right. So there we at.
What's the stock?
The stock is the ownership of a company.
Ooh, so when you have ownership of a company, what do you have?
Shares.
You have shares, and when you have shares, that means you have what?
You have assets.
You have assets, okay. So can you save your way to wealth?
No.
Why not?
Because saving, you just save the money. But investments, you can grow your money.
So if money doesn't grow on trees, that means money grows on...
Fees.
Okay, so fees is the same as interest, and interest is the...
Cost of the money.
The cost of the money. So since money doesn't grow on trees, but it grows on fees, then that means money grows like a tree. Which means, when was the best time to plant a tree?
In the spring or summer.
Yeah, but probably
fall.
A year ago or 10 years ago?
Yeah.
When's the second best time? Now, which is the same thing as investing. So investing for you and somebody your age is a really big deal. So that way you don't turn 20 and 30 and wish you would have invested.
All right, and we back. It's like that. People, for those y'all that hear that, like money, it's like it's like you got to be financial literacy, and like you got to understand. So with that question that we got, David, all right, there we go, David. I had to put you on mute so nobody won't hear you. Okay, but like the video, that was her teaching her son about finances and stuff. So you got to be, as a parent, no matter what our mindset is dealing with, if we got little kids, it's our job to train them. And sometimes the parent,
Shoot, grown folks with little kids right now. Man, is you kidding me?
I'm trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
like it's like this, David. If a parent is not in a good mindset to train their kids into which way he or she may go, make sure you put your kids in the right area where they can get it from somebody else. So if they don't, a lot of times people go out here on these streets and start selling. There's no way a little girl to be out here selling poontang at 11 years old. That don't even sound good. Like You know, like it's no way where a 12 years old boy to be out here with a blicky. A boy that's 12 years old doesn't know what a blicky is.
Well,
He should be.
well, part of it is cultural convenience. We let our kids listen to this rap music with all the negative stuff in it. We let them watch TV. The power of influence, the biggest blessing and curse. And I love the industry, but it's music and TV and advertising. If you listen to some of the music, the lyrics, and whatnot, no excuse. But some of these kids don't have people to watch them on the downtime. So, but yeah, it's we just got to keep doing what we doing because right now it's really bad.
Very bad. And like now, and before I go ahead and give my like David say, very bad right now. And so and what we're gonna strict deals on that topic when we talk about stewardship. What are you doing with what God gave you? What them things like me? I don't have a lot of money right now. Like I think I was about 6, 7 years ago. Me, I'm enjoying my house right now because 6, 7 years ago I was homeless. So I've been in California for 13 years. So the first 6 years of my life, I had to figure out how to get my butt up out them streets, how to continue to maintain and take care of my kid. And now I've been living in California. I've been actually reaping the benefit for the past 6 years of California. And look at me, maintaining, paying bills, paying insurance, and making that. So I'm using the little bit that God gave me to do. What time did you want to say before I give them the final judgment on when it comes to what are you doing with what God gave you?
Well, most people aren't doing the fullest thing that God gave them, including me. I'm not at the highest level. I'm still on my journey as an older person. I mean, early on in life, you was called to preach and going to church and speaking in tongues and all that good stuff. It was true, but then if you question it, whether it's true or not, then you can get a question mark behind yourself from God. So the reality of it is if we look at all of the people that are not quote unquote Christians, and I'm not gonna go there. Anybody that's a believer, Jews, Catholic. The one thing about leadership with positivity, it doesn't. I don't want to say it doesn't matter what your faith is, as long as your faith is positive as leaders. As long as God is on this earth, somebody got God in them. I don't care what level you are. I don't care what color you are. I've never experienced racism without realizing and knowing what racism is. I do experience it, but it's not a surprise to me. After watching Roots and growing up 8 Mile, 8 Mile was here, 9, 10,
I
12.
love it.
9, 10, 12 was white. They said N word, go back to 8, 7, 6. The lower the numbers went down, the lower the status quo. The higher the numbers went up, the higher the status quo. This is 8 Mile. I'm from the real 8 Mile. It was a dividing line of segregation of wealthy blacks and poor blacks. So the wealthy blacks can be over there, and then sometimes they wasn't wealthy. The reality of it is the dividing of a money shift is social economics. And when it gets to business, no one cares what color you are. No one cares what you come from. All they care about, what are you doing to keep us all alive? Do you have a grocery store that feeds you? Don't nobody care if it's a black owned, Latino owned, Asian owned. So that name on your culture means nothing on your quality and your value of business. Keep keep your keep your minority or whatever you are business out of business.
Ooh, okay, and I like that. I like what you said right now. That is true, and people to add to what David they said right now. Um, that's true. You got to keep it out the business. So basically, and at the end of the day, but And so basically, and so what would in reference to what are you doing with what God gave you? When people do that, keep it out the business. So basically, what would you what if you think if God gave somebody $200? So you made a good point on that, but then we get back to the point until like now, a person got $300-400. And what and is it good for a person to be like, oh, I got $200, I ain't got nothing. I mean, I ain't got enough. But you still got $200, but that don't mean you got to give it to somebody. I feel like you got to figure out a plan. To like sometimes people might say, oh, I gave my last. I tell people don't give your last. I tell people
Right.
that bullshit. It's bullshit to give your last. So don't tell people that, oh, I give my last.
Right.
So
I
you
mean,
tell somebody
some people do have their last, but it's a matter of life is a give and take. What you gonna give, what you gonna let go, and how much, as you say, stuff you gonna take. It's give and take. Cause take gonna always outweigh give. Give
mm-hmm.
gonna always outweigh take. So, like I say, um, the world is built on God's grace, and the enemy is out there, and God is in it. So sometimes people don't know how to understand what stewardship is because you have wolves in sheep's clothing. So the average person doesn't know what's good or what's bad.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And so, and with that being said, and now we can get them the sauce right now. And the sauce on top of that is uh, when it comes to what we're talking about right now, stewardship and what you're doing with what God gave you. And I'm gonna speak a little bit on money management. And what I want to say to people right now that's tuned in right now, I make sure you hit the like button and hit the share button. I'm gonna say when it comes to money management, it isn't about how much money you make. It's about how you manage what you already have. So, based in so many words, and I feel like David was saying that, yeah, it don't matter how much money you got. It matters you got something. So I've been at the BET with $50 to my name. And guess what? And I still had a good time because I learned how to budget. I didn't go into JW and buy me a and buy a beer in the JW. I went to the 7-Eleven down the street from the JW and got me a beer and brought it back to the JW. You know, because it's about you manage what you already have. I'm gonna put that in the chat for you. So so that so that's one thing right there. So when you're able to figure out how much money you already have, you go off of that. You can't go off of what you about to get. You gotta go off what you got. So if you only got $1,000, that's what you worry about. Don't be over here trying to figure
Right.
out how you can get another $1,000. Worry about the $1,000 you got in your pocket, what you can do with that.
Right.
So because that's what God gave you in that moment. And then the other part to this is a lot of people earn money, but people build with it. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So, and I want to say this. When it comes to real money management, what that means is you got to budget, you got to save, figure out what you're going to save, you got to figure out what you're going to invest, you got to you got to build your credit. So me right now, Dave, I tell you right now, I don't know about everybody else, but I love some little after pay and some corner. So when I ain't got type of money right now, and I see something in the store and I need it for my business, so I'm looking if I only got $500 to play with, I'm gonna go on one of them apps, corner or afterpay, and I'm gonna pay it in 4 easy payments. And guess what? When you do pay it in 4 easy payment, it go by so quick. Like you really pay it off so quick, you won't
I
even notice.
understand. I
You know,
understand.
so
So
sometimes you gotta use stuff like that. And another thing too, you got to be able to understand and what it means controlling emotional spending. A lot of people spend off their emotion, like we said earlier. Like because you got $1,000, you feel like you gotta go prove a point to somebody. Or I can go buy my own car, or I could buy my own cigarette. I could buy my own weed. And proving who you proving it to. So at the end of the day, now you're gonna be broke later because you out there proving what you can do. I don't owe nobody no information. I'm gonna get my chip to stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Because the one thing you got to understand, people, every dollar should have a purpose. So if you're going to the podcast summit this weekend, I want you to understand the money you spend now. Understand every dollar has a purpose. You know, because at the end of the day, if money leaves faster than wisdom enters, you'll stay stuck in that cycle. And I'm gonna say it again, because if your money leaves faster than wisdom enters, wisdom means you want to think before you do something. If it leaves before wisdom enters, you'll stay stuck in that cycle. And I want you to understand too, financial discipline creates freedom. So when you discipline yourself with your money that you got, if you got a little bit, so it's a lot of times David seen me, I ain't have a lot of money, but guess what? I had more than some people because some people they didn't spend they went out
Well, you got a
and paid.
millionaire mind. I call it a millionaire mindset. Are you motivated and making a move? You wasn't thinking about what you didn't have. You was thinking about what you about to get.
You see? Oh, and what? And that is so true. And that's why I'm gonna put that in the chat so people y'all can feel free to screenshot. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. I know sometimes you're not gonna understand. You're not gonna always remember what we're talking about. And so sometimes it's good to make mental notes. And they probably put stuff in the comment so y'all can be able to see stuff. Because sometimes we want y'all to be able to get ready, not just for the podcast summit on Sunday, but get ready for wherever you about to go. So you think. So when opportunities come up, so I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're not at the podcast summit and you know you need to be there, it ain't gonna be nobody's fault but your own. Is it gonna be David? Is it
We
gonna be
do
your fault,
have
David?
right because we do have free RSVPs. If you're money funny, make sure you get there early because it does not guarantee admittance because we have an open admittance. It's a first come first serve for those free. Then it might close up because more people are realizing the business people that have it are buying up the spaces that the free people want. So right now, it's best that you RSVP now, but prepare to get there early. And right now, you got to calculate if you don't make it, you have access to get back in touch with me or Dwayne on how to actually maximize opportunities because we have stuff in place that I have a marketing company and I'm a consultant on how to market yourself or put yourself in a position for recognition so that you can collect. Because a lot of people aren't receiving based on their own believing. I'm gonna give you guys some bad advice. Bad can mean good or bad. Ooh, you bad. Who's bad? Like Michael Jackson. Who's bad? Who's
Ooh,
bad?
ooh.
Or who's bad? So it's two ways to say bad. Bad is good. Bad is good. Bad is bad. So I'm gonna give you guys some bad advice. Take it the way you want. Stop taking your own advice. I'm gonna give you some bad advice. It's bad good or bad bad. I'm gonna give you some bad advice. Stop taking your own advice.
Hello. And like that, and there you have it right there. So we can't keep preaching to the ground. So and as we move on to the next one, and we're gonna leave you with that one because once again, because that's some bad advice. And then when your money leaves faster than wisdom enter, and you're gonna be when you sitting there wondering why you stuck in the cycle because you didn't do what you need to do with it. And so now, as we move on to the next thing, we talk about accountability with finances, and basically what we mean on that one is when it comes to stewardship, it's about talking about accountability with finances, and we want y'all to understand that everybody wants overflow, and nobody wants nobody talked about discipline. So everybody wants overflow, but nobody talks about discipline. I wonder how that works. Everybody wants to overflow, but nobody wants to talk about discipline. Like, so I mean, like, sometimes, like David, they say it. If you're gonna go to the podcast summit this Sunday, you got to discipline yourself to get there early. If you know your money ain't right, if you know your money look funny, you're gonna get shut out. If you get there showing up, but I think I'm not coming to the door to get you. I only got me, my co-host, and my assistant. Like I don't step on other people's table. The people that have to make money. So you can't call Dwayne, be like, oh Dwayne, can you get me in? I ain't gonna answer my phone. So I'm just letting you know now, I'm not answering my phone. David, I'm not answering my phone for him. Like
Oh, it's all good because your phone might be on some of the millionaires in the room. We got a number of business people and millionaires that are coming in the room. And the reason why they're coming is because they have stewardship to give back to those in need. So if you miss church or if you already go to church, it's almost like church because everybody is spiritually rooted. JK is from the Bay. She's from Richmond, and she's a successful businesswoman. She owns a security company and she does real estate. But her passion and her fun and her movement is to give back with people in the spectrum of learning how to expand your brand. This is not about just podcasts. It's about if you have a business, if you want to get in business, if you want to expand your business, or if you just want to learn about business, you can get that all in one. It's going to be probably 80% podcasters there. The rest are going to be people that are curious to learn about not just learning money from
prosperity,
podcasts.
stewardship, and
Yeah.
purpose. They
Right.
and probably gonna be talking about more than that. And see,
Oh yeah.
like,
Yeah.
say,
So
and
kind of the
say,
same thing, different than what we talking about, but it's going to
but
be a
on a
whole
different
bunch of
level,
people like us interacting to
on a
uplift
different
and
level.
build each other.
Period. And also, and another thing too, when it comes to accountability with finances, I want y'all to understand that if you can't manage a little bit, more money won't fix the problem you're dealing with now. So a lot of times, people, you gotta be able to manage a little bit of money before you get a lot. So you can have $1,000 and $1,000 leave your pocket in 10 minutes. Like sometimes, like when BET start, y'all see the people that come out on the corner with the little top under the cap, and they be like, "Oh, want to win $1,000? Tell me $1,000." And you go down, you get that man your $1,000, and you lose. Guess what? You don't have $1,000 no more. So now, guess what? You didn't manage. So you know if all you're working with was $1,000, why go play the game? If all you got was $1,000, but you asking God for more money. Stop asking God for more money if you can't manage the little bit of money you got. So and that's when it comes into like budgeting. When it comes to accountability, we talk about budgeting, investing. We've been saying this all day. Budgeting, investing, saving, and building credit. And that's something I want to definitely talk about when it comes to the black community is focus on building your credit. Like sometimes, you can go and like get you like a little bill in your name or pay a cell phone bill, light bill, stuff like that. Or even go open up a credit union. Find your credit union and open up a credit union, and you can start working on your credit there. And you can start taking money and creating a credit card. You know what I'm saying? It's been a way you can build credit. You know what I'm saying? Like that, but that's a different show. You're probably gonna learn something like that at the summit. So I ain't gonna give you too much. You gotta come to the summit to hear. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be good to come. So if you're not there, you miss it now. But and another thing is, you gotta understand too, because when it comes to money without discipline, it becomes destruction. So we don't have discipline with your money. Guess what? You're gonna be broke. You might have to be broke for a couple of days until payday again. And payday may not be there when you want it to come. Like me. If I had to go 6 years before I could get some more stable money. That wasn't David's fault. That wasn't nobody's fault. That was my fault. Because I didn't budget what I had. I didn't invest what I needed to invest in. And now look at me now. I wasted 6 years of my 20, me being in my 20s. I'm 41 years old now because I had to go through that setback. That was my fault. And now, David, I'm not the best, but I'm a whole lot stronger than what I was back then. If I knew what I knew now, I would never been homeless. I probably never met David. But David's a great guy, and I feel good to meet him for him to take time on his busy schedule, come over here and share some good information with y'all too. You know what I'm saying? And also people, you gotta when it comes to accountability, you gotta stop raising opportunity versus multiplying opportunity. And I'm gonna let David say some stuff on that raising opportunity versus multiplying opportunities. Oh, you on mute?
Okay. It's true about wasting time. And time is only wasted if you don't spend time trying. So the reality of it is that I've tried a lot. I've tried a lot of different opportunities about in entrepreneurship and just life. So the worst time you can waste is not wasting, not spending time trying. So as long as you try, you didn't waste time. I don't think any time is wasted unless you're just sitting on your behind. So if you get up your behind, you can get some. If you're sitting on your behind, or if you listening to some people actually are investing and they're investing the wrong thing with the wrong voice. And that's what people need to figure out. How do you mentally prepare yourself not to invest in a person, a situation, a business, a stock, a bond, or a thing? Okay, how do you invest in something and how do you multiply an investment? You see what I'm saying? So opportunities come and go. But when the money shifts like you have on the show comes, it's going to be really hard for people to try to figure out how are they going to mentally shift. So really, to be honest, wasting opportunities versus multiplying that's sticky because sometimes as an entrepreneur, you can feel like you're wasting your time, but what you do is you acquire more wisdom and more opportunities to fail. Because the more you fail, the more you're going to succeed.
Oh, David, you on the roll. I love that right there. Man, that was so good. And you know what? I like what you just said. The more you fail, the more you're gonna succeed. Because at the end of the day, people, you got to understand.
Ain't
In
nobody
order to
perfect.
win, you gotta fail. You gotta fail to win. That period. Like I know sometimes people don't want to fail. Some people be afraid of failing. Remember I told you gotta take risks, but it's all in the mindset. Game up, level up says it all. Game up, level up. That basically that's what that means. You gotta. Sometimes you gotta lose to win. It's a song like that. I forget who made that song. They gotta lose to win,
Right.
or you gotta fail to win. But
But
most
yeah, so
importantly,
but without for the slow people, please don't go out your way to fail. But don't go out your way to take advice from yourself. That's bad advice. That's a joke. Bad. The worst advice is take advice from yourself if you're not educated enough from yourself. That's why you're on. That's why you're watching this show. You see what I'm saying? That's why you come to the. That's why people go to college. So being college education doesn't validate you on how to manage money, increase opportunities. It doesn't teach you how to become a person. It doesn't teach
hello,
you how to be mentally strong. So anybody that's doing anything in life, the only balance in life is understanding you gotta take advice from the right voices to make the right choices.
hello, and the only way you're gonna do that if you don't know who the right voice is to make the right choice. Sometimes, like you just gotta talk to your higher power.
You better
Listen to
talk to
people.
God.
You know what I'm saying? You
And if
gotta
you don't
talk to
know
God.
God, you better call a friend that knows something that you don't know or a family member. So
Yeah. Stop validating the people in the street.
no one is doing anything by themselves. No one.
And that part. And like I say, and we're gonna like we got 4 segments, but we're gonna cut this episode short a little bit because we know we got things to do. So after this,
Oh
once
yeah,
we
boy.
finish,
I didn't know the show was gonna be 8 hours.
I know, right? It feels like
Hey,
it, but you know what, David?
hey,
It
you
feels
ain't
like
see. I
that
mean, I'm
because
not tired, but my eyes did blink. I did. And so how long we got to go so I can
oh no, we
mentally
don't. No,
prepare?
no, but him. Well, me, you. We got like a little bit left on the on segment 2, but we gonna cut the show right here. We're gonna bring in a different guest for segment 3 and segment 4. But like that, we me you cover enough boundary because this type of stuff right here it needs to be talked about. So that's why
Oh yeah,
sometimes when it comes to Game Up Level podcast, that's how we get part 1, part 2. So sometimes
right.
David come in and do part 1, part 2. Then we get another guest to come in and do part 3 and part 4. So as we getting ready to finish up part 2, then me and David we gonna part our way out of him. But and I want to say this too, as we finishing up with part 2, which is segment 2. To be honest with myself, I want to say this. Sometimes we waste opportunities trying to impress people who wouldn't help us when we were struggling. So like when David said wasting opportunity versus multiplying opportunity, I want to multiply opportunity. I don't want to waste like Rick Ross say, I don't want to waste no time. I want to move correctly. So that's why I mean sometimes if you got to go without for a minute, go without. Don't try to cheat the game and stamp some stuff. So that's when the stammers come in. Them stammers are coming down and jack you all the way up. You know what I'm saying? Because like you got to understand, like when you're trying to impress people who wouldn't help you when you were struggling, man, you're gonna still be struggling dealing with stammers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I want y'all to understand what real growth happen when you stop chasing appearances and start building structure. And see, and Dave, I don't think we did we like what would you say? So we talked about um chasing stuff and chasing validations and stuff like that, and putting on the image and putting on Gucci and putting on Louis and stuff. That's appearing. But David, tell the people like we don't have to, we ain't gonna backtrack. They got to go back and watch the tape for that one. But what you gonna say? And on that one, we're gonna go to a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna nip it in the bud. We're gonna finish it up after the break. But what thought you want to say to the people when it comes to instead of chasing the appearances to start building structure?
Just like how the song say, don't go chasing waterfalls like the group. But the reality of it is stay in your lane, get with someone or something that can educate you on how not to follow something that doesn't exist. If you can't read, find somebody can read for you. If you can't understand or think, find somebody to think for you. If you don't have the will or the want, find somebody that got the will or the want. Reality of it is stop making choices, listen to the wrong voices, and stop looking at what you think is right. Find out what is right, because the old saying, a wolf in the sheep's clothing, you know what I mean, faking the front, finessing with no progression. The reality is start researching and find out if that gold is really copper. You understand what I'm saying? That gold is probably copper. Anybody can paint gold over copper. Anybody can have something that look great. Anybody can drive a new car that they rented.
I know,
Any can,
right?
Anybody can put in gold teeth, and they got missing teeth up under there. Anybody can throw on a hat to cover up their bad hair day. Anybody can talk
Anybody
the
can put
talk.
on glasses when they really tired.
You're right.
See, I took mine
Why
off.
you
But
playing?
we,
I blinked a
me and
couple of
David,
times.
you
So,
know,
so
tell them, David, we get tired too. Yeah, we get on
man,
here and we
man,
might
I'm gonna
learn
be
a little
out all.
bit.
I'm gonna be out. I blinked on you a couple of times, but I'm not tired to motivate. I'm not tired to increase. So my thing is that get around people that will call you out on your negativity. Get around people that will call you out on something that you're doing wrong. Get around people that make you honest. Get people
Hello.
that don't care about things that everybody else care about. Get around
Hello.
people that will could humble you and put you in your place when you
Humble
get
you.
out of
We got
place.
that part. And you know what? I'm gonna put back from the I'm gonna put back from my computer because I want y'all to see my background that's behind me, and people. I want y'all to live by this. That some people can't see it. I mean, hold on. You see,
Go over a little
the
bit. Go
good
over a
in
little bit
yourself,
more.
so you can see the good in others. The good you see in yourself is gonna allow you to see the good in
The
others.
good, the good you see in yourself a lot. Exactly. So,
So
the
you want to get
reality of
behind that
it is,
lens.
right, and this, and I'm quite sure your show isn't about preaching. It's about
Loving
preparing.
you, loving yourself,
Yeah, it's about
self care.
preparing and prospering.
You see that part right there. You know what I'm saying? And they like we want to liven people up. That's why when we come back from the quick break, we gonna go ahead and sum this. We're gonna sum up the last that we going today. We giving y'all 2 segments. That's it, and you get the other 2 segments in a couple of weeks. So when we come back, we're gonna liven y'all up with this clip right here from a good friend of mine.
So am I coming? Am I coming back on, or I'm leaving? Which one?
Oh no, oh
I'm
no,
I'm,
not
I'm, I'm fine. I'm fine. I done went this long. You got me. So, so
oh
am
no,
I coming back on?
oh yeah. Well, when we come back from the quick break. We gonna say our last little remark. I'm gonna get your closing remark from you. We're gonna finish up the last
Okay,
little
cool.
portion.
All right, let's make it happen.
So yeah, what they say, make it happen, Captain.
Make it happen when you napping.
Oh, I'm trying to tell you, you know, what they say, need some assistance, keep your distance. Here we go, right here. Baby.
Outside, baby.
Outside, baby.
Together, you
Back
know what I
together.
mean? We building.
We out here leveling up. Out here building community. You never know where we're gonna be at these days, baby. But I'm gonna tell you like this, when it comes to game up, level up, you gotta be stepping and moving. You know what I'm saying? Level up, baby. You already know Gabriel Cannon, baby. And look, we're gonna bring him back on the show again. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, so he done level up so much. We gotta bring him back. You know what I'm saying? When it's up, it's stuck, baby. But until next time, I'll see you in the street.
Blessings, baby.
Hey. There we go. There we have it. That was one of our last guests that we had on the show. That was Nick Cannon's little brother.
Nick Cannon's brother, yeah. How is
Yeah.
his brother? He kind of dark.
Yeah, I think they got the same mama.
No, I'm teasing. I'm being stupid.
He
He
acted.
looks like it. He
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah. And see, like you say, people, and like you say, and it was a pleasure to have you on the show, David. We thank you for
Thank you, thank
helping
you.
us get to the first two tough. I like to say the first two tough segments of the show, with part 1 and part 2, because I feel like when it comes to the black community, a lot of times we don't talk about that. To me, I didn't learn about financial literacy until I became about 25. And that's why I ended up being homeless, because I didn't know how to I didn't know much about stewardship, prosperity, and purpose. And now I do. So sometimes you get a late start, it is what it is. You can't dwell on it, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I didn't have nobody to humble me. I had to figure out how to humble myself, and
Right.
God told me, you know what I'm saying? So and as I go in and they say the second part what we're doing is I want to say right here the last portion segment 2, stewardship, we were talking about, and what are you doing with what God gave you. And the next part is I want to say is we want to be like, we got to be able to speak on being faithful over the small things first. So a lot of times people always want to get to the big prize, or people want to get, or somebody might be like, if David making $100,000, the people think that they can just shoot to the top where David at, or people think they can just shoot to the top where I'm at. No, sometimes you got to go to the fire, baby. Like you can't. Sometimes you can't get to where David at, or you can't get to where Dwayne is at. I had to work it. You
We
know what I'm
we
saying?
can't share with the people that You may share with somebody with their hand out or their hand up.
You know, period. And see, when I first met David, I didn't have the podcast because I was homeless. So I was still getting the juice. So like, all I know was David treated me with respect.
You weren't homeless. You was in
I like that.
transition for the proper recognition.
Transition for the proper recognition. Ooh, I like that. I was in transition for the proper recognition. I
If
love
you
it.
ever was homeless, you basically was hopeless. You was just in between cribs. So quit
Hello.
telling people you was homeless.
Well, I do that like that to people because I know it's still people out there battling it, and
No,
I
don't
just try to
don't
let
don't
people.
don't pay me no mind. I know I'm just being
Oh no, no, no,
sarcastic.
no. Oh no, I love it. You know, but sometimes people gotta have a sense of humor. Like sometimes you can't make a
Oh,
joke about it.
you gotta have a testimony because some people want to know how low you went to see how high they can go.
Ooh, hello.
I want to see how low you went to see how they can go. Because they looking at you in a brighter. If people are looking at you in a brighter light, then you can prevent blight off of you.
Ooh, hello, hello. And you see, and when it comes to that, when it comes to the smaller things, it start with yourself. It just start with the little bit that you got. And I want to say also, people, it's about being faithful over small things matter. So when you being faithful over small things that matter, that basically saying, but we all know that faith basically means believing in something that you cannot see. So even though you can't see the bigger picture, like I didn't see the podcast in the picture when I first moved to California. But God, as like Steve Harvey say, you over here whining and complaining, like you don't know. I'm about to give you a big head step to, and this what he said about him. Steve Harvey say, and to God, he like you don't know. I'm about to give you a big head step a radio show. Steve Harvey, he didn't know that God was gonna give him his own radio show. With everything that he dealt with, you know what I'm saying? And that's why he changed his life around. So a lot of people they be like, oh, they don't like Steve Harvey. But I'll let you know now, Steve Harvey ain't the old Steve Harvey that you remember him being. And like I listen to him all the time. And sometimes he go back. And one thing Steve Harvey say, he's not perfect. Nobody's perfect, you know what I'm saying? And another thing is, I want y'all to understand too, when you got to be able to understand how when you being faithful of the small things, I want you to understand that's how foundations are built. That's how business grow, and that's how legacy starts. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the bottom line right there. And before Mr. David give his handles, where you can take tune with him on and stuff like that. What's something you want to tell the people about when it comes to being faithful of the small things first before they get to the
As
big
being
prize?
Right, well, it's just being grateful. One, be grateful that you're alive, and if you're not, in mental health, physical health, and spiritual health. If you don't have that, financial literacy can make you physically illiterate if you're putting money into stressful things. If you're at a stressful job, stressful career, and you're getting money from an illegal or immoral way, finance can be your curse or your blessing. So, it's about really understanding it and defining yourself. Mental health is more powerful than financial health because financial health cannot get you cannot keep you alive if you don't understand what it means. So I say balanced out. That's why we're having a podcast summit with leaders that can help people. That if you didn't go to college, if you were not educated on making a movement, a shift in your life, but these people are not just coming for about a podcast. They're coming to motivate, to inspire, to network. You have doctors, lawyers, teachers, filmmakers, producers, writers, fitness enthusiasts. You have people around the United States that are coming into LA to network, to turn that network into a net worth. The podcast summit is Sunday, May 31st. There is fees, but you can get in free on a first come, first served basis.
Y'all hear that, people?
JK, from the Bay is coming in.
Shout out
Johnny
JK.
Wiggin and David Sands are coming in from Atlanta. Yeah, they coming in from Atlanta, and of course, Dwayne had a chance to meet her at an event and a magazine launch, so to speak. But the bottom line is to assemble leaders and to assemble leaders and to be in a situation for growth. You got to be around somebody that has more information than you. Because if you know everything, you'll end up with nothing.
Ooh, you hear that? And for those y'all see what I put up there. So those y'all that we getting ready to wrap up. We want to thank y'all for being here on this podcast with us. We appreciate y'all because without y'all, there is no us. And one thing when it comes to podcast people, like David say, it's not about the podcast. It's about the message. So sometimes people, we create a podcast because it's our way to get the message out and get the message across. So that's podcast is basically like listening to the radio, pretty much. That's all podcasting is radio. Listen to
Talk radio.
what I'm saying, like, and that's what we're doing, like you say. And like y'all see, I put the second flyer up. Join us at the Los Angeles Podcast Summit, LA, May 31st, from 12 p.m. to 4 o'clock. Doors open about 11:30. Like you say, you get in now, get in where you fit in. If you get there early, the early bird get the worm. If you don't be complaining. Somebody tell you, oh, you need XYZ. Or don't be trying to be at the food table, so you're gonna eat for free because that's a
Now,
VIP treatment.
yeah, that's what it's for. It's like, why give to those that don't work versus the people that put in work?
Hello. You know what I'm saying? And like Brother David say, motivation is more success and muscle and motion system. It's a part of the system, you know what I'm saying? So like you say, and that's what it is right there, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to episode 85, The Money Shift, Prosperity, Stewardship, and Purpose. Today, I hope y'all learned the value of a lesson today because today, man, it was powerful. Y'all may throw, if you just not tuning in right now, y'all go back and watch the replay of this. So you can go back and watch the replay automatically on YouTube. And for those of y'all that come to the podcast summit this Sunday, whether
We'll
you
see
watching the
you
show
there.
live or you whether gonna watch it on after the show end. We
We're
know that
gonna
we're
have
gonna
a
see you at
whole
the
bunch of
podcast summit.
lives in there. People gonna be videoing. It's about to be like a hallelujah time because we're gonna have people
I'm
to
trying to tell
show up
you.
to blow up. Remember, don't ever give up, show up. And if you don't show up, you can't blow up.
Ooh, and if you don't make plans, and you can't make moves, you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
you
about? You know what I'm
right.
saying?
So if you run
Brother
out, if you
David,
run out of a plan, make sure that you have a move. And you can't make a move unless you exceeded the plan that you ran out of.
yeah, there you go. That's that spending habit versus ownership. So, Brother David, why don't you tell the people how they can reach you if they need your services? Oh, you know what? I made something for you, Brother David, and I'm gonna send this to you too. But I tell I'm gonna make sure I put it on the show. What I did for you being a guest on the show, I went back and I reinvented something for you, and I think you're gonna appreciate this.
You gonna hear me shout if it's fire. You
And
hear me
see,
cry if it's sang.
yeah, most definitely. But go ahead and drop your Instagram, your social media handle, where people can reach you at, where people can contact before I reveal what I got for you on him.
Okay. And just keep it simple and keep it pushing. Just type in no to no show or Google David Mims Detroit, and you can find me on all social platforms. Google David Mims Detroit or the No to No Show, LA Premier Concierge. That's my business partner, Miss Nelta, tapping it in with all your concierge needs and VIP services. That's the person that I go to keep me structured and balanced. LA Premier Concierge, Atlan Realty. And oh man, I love that. David Mims Entertainment. Don't make plans, make that's move and groove. VIP, VIP.
uh,
Oh, that's sweet. So hey, you
so,
just
so,
hit
so
me right there.
sometimes So sometimes we all need a change sometime and a fresh start. So sometimes, and with you being a part of Game Up Level Up podcast now we welcome you into our society, and so anytime you got something going on, and we can help out by posting it or helping getting the word out through our
Hey,
feed.
you got my support. I appreciate having you on. I understand more about what you're doing, and when you're out, you're passionate, and I do understand it. I definitely appreciate that. And now you got my game up, level up. Somebody get out in the Hollywood streets, and from the city streets to the corporate suites, because you done got me hyped. Because I've been on the phone and inside on the grind all day, so I'm about to get out and network. So anyway, appreciate you. God bless. Thank you
Uh-huh.
for that. And
And
if
look,
you ain't
I
winning,
got
you're
this.
sinning.
Hello, and look, and we got a little theme music for you to jig your butt up. Well, we got something for you to jig up. The one thing about it, David, is anything I tell people like this: don't let no hater stop you. Like people, sometimes they haters, and sometimes they hater is that what you when you seek that
They're my
validation,
motivators. I love when people hate. I be like,
and
oh, let's go.
you know what I'm saying. So we gotta lead it. We gotta lead them. We gonna lead them haters where they at. And so right
Now I'm
here,
bringing them with me. So if the bullet come flying, I'm pulling them in front of me. I'm
and
from
see, look,
Detroit.
hello, and look, and that's why I know you're gonna love this right here. There you go.
If you know me, act like you know me.
Know me.
But if you a hater,
No to no show.
yeah, stay the hell away.
Look, wait for me.
If you my friend,
See y'all this Sunday,
my friend. But if you a hater,
May 31st.
yeah, stay the hell away from me. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't your friend.
Ain't your friend.
Some of your friends be hating on you, but acting like they your friend. They be the one to stab you in the back.
In your back.
Smile up in your face. Acting like they're really happy for you, but they really wanna take your place.
The fake.
Yeah.
Hey.
Seems like everything that you do, they're
Give me
trying
that
to
song.
compete
That
with
is
you.
who's that over for real.
They be watching
Yeah,
every
I've been
move
singing you that one too.
but they really wanna be
Oh,
like you.
oh.
If you got some haters in your life,
Love her up, baby.
you
Got
take my
haters
advice.
in your life.
Don't make plan, make
Shake them
move.
haters off and get them
Don't ever give up, show up.
Yeah. If you know me, act like you know me, act like you know me. But if you a hater,
Hater.
stay the hell away from me. If you're my friend, act like my friend, act like my friend.
Hey.
If you a hater, but if you a hater,
What you say?
You better get later.
Hey. This has been another Game of Level Up experience. David Mims in the building.
What up,
We get ready to sign out.
Came up a level up.
Hey.
Up, you leveled out. Chat.
Hey. Let's get it. You can,
Now move your body, girl.
you can,
Hey,
get home safe. You be safe out there in the street, David.
I want a wife. I want to take her home and pull it all night. Her body like bow, 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 bow. Now move your body, girl. I'm shooting, and she moving. I want to see if she really can do it. Her body like bow, 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 bow. Now move your body, girl. Damn, girl, I see you got a body, and I ain't even lying. You the baddest in the party.
We see y'all this Sunday, baby. May 31st. The end of your hotel. When it's up, it's up.
Ooh, girl, get it, yeah, that's it.
Remember,
Rolling, and I'm holding. I wanna take her home and not
before the money shift, the buying got to shift, baby.
I wanna take her home and pull it all
Oh,
night. Her body like
oh, bow, 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 bow,
move, she moving. I wanna see if she really can do it. Her body like bow, bow, bow,
Hey.
bow, bow.
Yeah. There we go. And before I get up out of here, I got to go ahead and go to these last promo because I stopped it so I can bring David in. Like you say. But where we at? Where I left off at? No, that's not it. There we go. Shout out to Gorilla. Gorilla defends her sister Gorilla. She's one of the top beautiful rap bitches out there. And 3 Mafia did not put Memphis on the map. She did. Oh, okay. Now I'm talking about Gorilla. Stand up for your sister, baby. Looking like twins. Oh. You know what I'm talking about? And also, people, right now, May 29th, it's going down this weekend, baby. Louisiana State Fair is back. From May 29th to June 14th, y'all make sure y'all get in where y'all fit in. $22 any day of the fair. For your mission, shows, and a limited ride. $22, one price. One price, unlimited fun. Ooh, see California, y'all might can take a note. $22 ain't bad. You know what I'm talking about? So Shreveport, Louisiana, y'all make sure y'all go over that. But remember, it's in Bossier City. You know Bossier don't play. They don't play. So don't go over there with that bullshit. And also, give it up for y'all President Donald Trump. Ooh. Donald Trump, he talking about ending daylight saving time. You know, and saving the clock change permanently. I don't know how that's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm kind of curious to see how they can go. Like, can you really end daylight saving time? Can you really? I don't know. Tell me. I'm just saying. Oh. And also, give it up for my favorite basketball player, Angel Reese. Fastest player in WNBA history to reach 950 plus career points and 850 career rebounds. Congratulations, Angel Reese, baby. You gotta get applause. Also, Louisiana man arrested after running a valet service in the empty lot next to the restaurant, charging extra to not move the car too far. Ooh, see one thing about it, people? I'm gonna tell you about this. When it comes to the money shift, the mind shift too. So your mind got to, at some point, you got to get your mind right. If your mind is right, he done made enough money. But he knew he was doing something illegal. So that's him. He deserved to get busted. So at the end of the day, I just hope you save that money, brother. But people, I'm gonna tell you this. Don't wait until somebody catch you if you know you're doing wrong. They get your money and go about your business. You know? So sometimes you can't do something, you can't keep doing something illegal and think you're not gonna get caught. Period. And one time for Reggie Hayes, who played William Dent on Girlfriend, had been battling congestive heart failure since 2020 at the age of 56. For those y'all that don't know, that's when your blood and stuff. So people, y'all be careful out there eating the fried food. I want to encourage people to eat healthy, drink plenty of water, stay away from cholesterol, like eggs, eating too many. I know sometimes people like to eat a lot of eggs and stuff like that. I like eggs. I love eggs. But, you know, that cholesterol, unfortunately. But one thing about it, when you eating that good stuff, you don't think about it, you know. But sometimes when you see people like William, see, I grew up on William, on Girlfriends and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But I think they say he's doing a little bit better now. So I'm gonna get an update to see how he's doing. So let me make a note. I'm gonna get an update. On William, because my heart goes out to William. I pray that he do the right thing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that people, it's very important that you take care of your body. If you take care of your body's gonna take care of you. But like I say, I'm 41 years old and don't feel it because I take care of my body. I do a lot of different stuff, so I'm not gonna name everything I do. But you know, I take care of my body. And also, Social Con return to drop content creation, business marketing June. That's right. It will be coming back to Shreveport, Louisiana. SocialCon. With Jay McKinley, Dota, and Chanel Sites. We're going to have Dota on the show pretty soon, too. So y'all might know Dota. Dota was in the movie Center. He's in the movie Sinners. So Dota been doing movie for a minute. So Dota been one of the ones that started out in this game a long time ago. So like I got a chance to meet Dota's mama before I met him. So one time for Dota. And Day and Whitney Owens. Man. But I will teach y'all posted on when the SocialCon return. And also shout out to everybody that went out to the wine festival. Presented by the Social Circle and sponsored by Anthony T. Shout out to good friend of mine, David Aubrey. I've been knowing David Aubrey for a minute. David Aubrey, he have been here for Pretty Boy, always been here for Pretty Boy. He always looked out for me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we got a lot of love for you, David. Thank you. And keep putting the paint where it ain't. So for those y'all don't know, David is the president. David Aubrey is the president of Anthony T in Louisiana. And they got the Anthony T Black, Dreaming Black. We did the hurricane. We did that one. We ain't going to go backtracking. All right. And all my Laker fans. No, the father and son duo got swept. Womp, womp, womp. I'm not a Laker fan anyway, so. Oh, y'all a Laker fan? I'm not. And last thing, y'all may throw. Pop out to Empower You Entertainment this Sunday. You know, like say, and like y'all know, this has been another mental health month production. And as I get ready to get up out of here, I got one more thing, 2 more videos to give y'all, and then I'm out to enjoy the rest of my night. And one of them, where we at? On the behalf of Mental Health Month, we got a video from a good friend. We got Rico Ross. Y'all might see him from Tyler Perry, Beauty in Black, great role. But he's gonna speak on mental health right now. So for those of y'all that dealing with mental health, if you need help, you're stressed out, you're depressed, get some help from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Don't just sit down and deal with it on your own. You got to get some help somewhere, period.
So May, Mental Health Month. One of those things that you can't see right off front, you know, but it's there. And people who are suffering from it, it's not like you got a broken leg and people can give you empathy or whatnot. This is something that's not visible, so it's even more difficult for people who are struggling with mental health. Things that I do for mental health is I go to the gym. This is something that I think is really important. Live music, the vibrations from the music. Find some music that you like, go hear it in live and get those vibrations. Be around people that are happy, that are in the mood that you want to be in, and that it can also be infectious. Check out your diet, drink a lot of water, get rest, all those basic things. Incorporate that into your routine as well, and I think all that will help. But most of all, talk to people. You know, you got something on your mind, share it with somebody. They say that a problem shared is a problem halved. Find somebody who you trust them as a person.
You hear that, people? That's true. Mental health. So you can't see it. It's there. Like you say, music. Listen to live music. I listen to music every day. Music is a part of my life. Like, if I don't listen to music, I might break down. You know what I'm saying? That I dealt with so much going on in my life. They want y'all to know that nothing in my life is picture perfect. Nobody's perfect. But music is one of my things. So Rico Ross, I agree with you. Listen to some music. Get around some people that's happy. Talk to some people. Don't deal with life by itself. You gotta talk to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Period. You know. That's just what it is. And also, Shout out to all my graduating seniors, college graduates this year. One time from the home girl, Ariana. Ooh. And shout out to everybody else that graduating this year. Ratchet ass 3 feet. Had 2 kids graduate. So if you graduated, you made it, baby. Yes, indeed. We're gonna turn up for you tonight. You know what I'm saying? And also, the last thing, we got a word from DJ Damage.
Yo, it's DJ Damage, man, and you already know you're checking out Game Up, Level Up. You gotta step your game up, but you always gotta level up, and that's energetically, that's with your work, and that's with your family. Game Up, Level Up, DJ Damage.
There we go. I've been doing DJ Damage for a minute, man. And thank you for being 100. We're going to have DJ Damage on the show real soon. Also, you know what I'm saying? Oh, talk to me. I talk back. You know what I'm talking about? DJ Damage out of Philly. And the last thing before we get ready to get up out of here. I know y'all a little upset right now. But there will be no human harmony this year in Shreveport, Louisiana. And here's why.
It's been almost 2 years since 50 Cent's Humor and Harmony Festival was held right here in Shreveport, Louisiana during August 2024. Despite reports for the last 2 years saying that the festival is going to happen again, Shreveport Mayor Tom Arsenault confirmed with KSLA that it is not. Mayor Arsenault remarked that 50 Cent still needed to meet certain deadlines related to his lease with the state and the city.
All right, really quick about 50 Cent. Probably no humor and harmony this year because he's got to get some things done in order to meet some deadlines for the state and for the city.
Correct. He has some deadlines to have almost all of his construction committed by the end of June. So not done, but committed.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, big difference. But
I was going to say $78 million for Millennium Studios.
Correct. So there's a lot of work that he has to get done. We're working to work through that, and I'm confident that we'll meet all the deadlines.
All right.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes.
For more information on the festival's past, present, and future.
There we go. Like it's like, there's some work gotta get done, and he got, because he gotta start. You can't go out here and they start talking. When you do too much talking, people, you can talk a good game, but you got to back it up. So 50 Cent basically, he bought the building. He bought over, I think, $5 million worth of buildings. Now he just got to act on it. You know what I'm saying? He got to get the building. He got to get the construction team in there, and and some of y'all I got love for 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't gonna be easy though. So sometimes people, it costs money to make money. So he gonna have to spend a couple money. So sometimes to do what he want to do in my city in Shreveport, Louisiana, unfortunately, the easy part is buying the building. The hard part is getting people to do the work. So sometimes it's cheaper to buy the property, but it's gonna cost you a whole lot of money to get it built. Because you got to pay for a lot of zoning, you got to pay for a lot of construction, and like with 50 Cent losing Courtney Kemp from Power, so y'all make sure y'all go check out Nemesis and things like that. And also, you know what I'm saying, Nemesis is off the chain. I'm actually gonna watch me a couple shows when I get off of this podcast. So I'm gonna go watch me a little bit of Nemesis. But first I'm gonna take care of some business, then I'm gonna watch a couple of TV, you know what I'm saying? Oh. But they gotta take business before pleasure, people. You can't reap the harvest if you don't do the work. That's that period right there. Another thing, I want y'all coming out in June. But before I let y'all see that, shout out to good friend of mine. Actually, I got this little clip.
What's up, guys? I'm Taja B. Simpson, and I got one thing I need you to always do. Game up, level up.
Yes, Taja B. Simpson. Shout out to Taja B. Simpson on her new project called Jupiter Jones. So when we get ready to officially end the show today, we will be giving y'all the trailer of Jupiter Jones. It came out a couple weeks ago, and I hear it is good. I can't wait to watch it. Taraji B. Simpson is a native of Louisiana. She's from Lake Charles, Louisiana. I met Taraji B. Simpson a couple years ago. Y'all might have seen her in Madea, a bunch of Madea movies. She did a lot of them. And she also in the TV show The Over. You know what I'm saying? Taraji B. Jones, she popping her shit. You know what I'm saying? So, friend, we can't wait to have you on the show real soon. I know you've been saying you want to be on the show, but sometimes I know it'd be hard to keep up with you, baby. You be moving too fast for me. Well, but don't worry. We're going to get you on the show. Oh, you know what I'm saying? But until then, we thank y'all. God bless y'all. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. We look forward to seeing y'all at the podcast summit. We appreciate David tonight. David dropped some wonderful gems tonight. Y'all make sure y'all go back and watch the podcast on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Remember, they deleted our Facebook. So you might get about 2 weeks to see it on Facebook. But you can always see it on YouTube and Twitch. So we thank y'all. Until next time, we will have a part 2. And I'm going to tease y'all right now. And one thing we're going to be talking about on part 2. We're gonna be talking about purpose over clout. So everybody like to go out here and chase clout. We're gonna let you know the good and the bad about clout. Clout chasers. So that might be why you're not getting the money. So sometimes, in order to see the money, baby, your mind got to shift. But if you clout chasing, your mind is not there. You too busy chasing clout. But like you say, until next time though. We're going to holler at y'all in a little bit, so y'all go ahead. Oh, there you go. Turn me up, turn me up. Hey, man, say, man.
Hey, man, say, man. Street, we got all kind of lingo, man. We stove crush over here. Yeah. I go macaroni on them folk, man. Don't forget the extra cheese, man. Stop playing with me. Hey, man, say, man. Hey, what you say? Hey, man.
Hey man, say man, what you say?
Hey man, say man. Hey, what you say? Hey man, say man. Yeah, hey, what you say? Hey man, say man. Hey, what you say? Hey man, say man. Yeah, hey, what you say? Hey man, say man. Hey, what you say? Hey man, say man. Yeah, young Dro, hey man, say man. Big work, nigga, don't play man. Yeah, I see you, little bitch. Metaverse on my Ray-Ban. It's young Dro, you know how it go. I do a trim outfit, PTSO. You see these horses on the truck, run these bitches like a relay. Tell the DJ turn me up. I'm super clean, make them stare at me. I don't play them type of game, you can't look but Larry me. I keep it real, you ain't stopping shit. They gon' need a pooper scoop behind my nigga dropping shit. They talking about he get money, bitch. They chopping out the coins out your head like Sunny. Like boom, I'm getting paper, girl, believe me. Asking me for money, trying to shout sleeve Stevie. I go Timberland, Louis V. Yeah, hey, what they holler trying to get with me? Drunk, hey man, say man.
Say man.
Hey, what you say? Hey man, say man.
Say man.
Hey, what you say? Hey man, say man.
Say man.
Hey, what you say? Hey man, say man.
What you say?
Yeah, hey, what you say? Hey man, say man. Hey, what you say? Hey man, say man. Yeah, hey, what you say? Hey man, say man. Hey, what you say? Hey man, say man. Yeah.
Hey man, say man, why can't stop playing? Big roll in my hand. Take your nigga, I can. Your nigga eat me like some late lunch. Got me in the bed, crawling, fucking up my lace frame. I'm futuristic out of space, man. R.I.P. Rich Homie, get the fuck up out my face, man. Nigga, please. You asking questions like you fat, P. Hey, what we got them hot in Grand Street.
Hey man, say man. Yeah.
Until next time, baby. Love her up.
Say man. Level up. Level up. No more same level. Time to rise.
When it's up, baby, it's up.
Level up. Wake up.
Wake up.
Level up.
Time to grow.
Level up.
Let it show.
No more low.
Level up.
Watch me glow.
Level up.
They stay stuck.
Level up.
We level up. Level up.
Hear the call.
Level up.
Stand tall. Yeah.
They comfortable staying on the same old floor, scrolling life away, asking for more. Same habits, same pain, same cycle again. Calling it life while they dying within. Yeah, I'm done with the average, done with the fake, done with the comfort, done with the break. I chose the hard road, chose to evolve. Level up season, watch me resolve.
Yeah, I'm leveling up, no cat, no debate. Old me, die, new me, don't wait. They want the easy, I want the growth. They want the likes, I want the oath. Pain is a teacher, struggle to class. Every setback, just fuel for the gas. I don't do comfort, I don't do average. Level up daily, that's my language. You feel it rising,
Something changing inside.
old season dying.
New season alive.
You've been waiting,
Now it's time to move.
level up.
It's your moment to prove. Yeah, this ain't a game, it's real life upgrade. No more same circle, no more same cage. I'm breaking the limits, breaking the mold, turning my story from copper to gold. No more excuses, no more maybe later. I'm stepping into now my creator. Level up spirit, level up mind, level up body, leaving the old behind.
Yeah, now let me speak to the ones in between. Stuck in the middle, scared of the unseen. God calling higher, stop playing it safe. Level up now, don't miss your breakthrough day. You got the power, you got the fire. Stop making excuses, stop playing tired. This is your season, this is your time.
Level up, cross that line.
Level up,
Wake up,
wake up,
wake up.
level up,
Time to grow,
level up,
let it show.
no more low.
Level up,
Watch me glow.
level up,
Stay stuck.
level up.
We level up.
No more same level. This is level up season.
Level up season, baby. You know what the business is, baby. It's your boy Dwayne one-on-one. They say pretty boy, baby. Level up season, baby. You gotta get off your motherfucking hands and do what the fuck you gotta do. How about that fucking crying? Ooh, talk to me. You already know the business is, baby. It's your boy Dwayne one-on-one. And I see y'all Sunday, baby. Keep it locked and loaded. You know what I'm talking about? Until the next time, baby. Don't get it tangled and twisted, baby. We out of here. Ow!
You're late. I don't do late.
Jupiter Jones.
Is she supposed to be some type of fixer?
The best. She used to work for the bank tycoon, Cameron Sanders. Right now, he's in jail for murder. Hope you're as good as they say you are.
Oh, I am.
Every step you keep showing me.
We have to make this go away.
I need you to help me fix this.
I can't let this get out. I'm on every billboard right now.
You fired me. Why would I possibly help you?
So you want him killed?
You said it, not me.
I'll do anything for her.
She's your mother.
I just need to protect my daughter.
This guy is out for blood. Where is she? I can help fix you.
I don't need you to fix me.
You can count on me.
What happened? You have no idea the mystery it caused.
We're gonna burn in hell for some of the things we do at this office.